That's right, chat. Morbid time. And by that I mean we're playing Silent Hill the OG one tonight. That's right, no rumors of a new game. We get to enjoy the classics. Being hit over the head by subs already. Thank you, Dr. Baby and GMC, for your sub and gift sub. Thank you very much. I didn't really plan to play Silent Hill recently, but I just want to, with all the rumors of like a new one going around, apparently multiple rumors of multiple games, I was like, you know what? Let's just go back and enjoy where it all began. And, I was actually considering playing the remake of this game. That's one, the one with all the ice. It's apparently somewhat decent, but not really that great. But I was like, you know what? No. We're playing the OG. Playing the old G. Some of you never even played it. Some of you maybe seen the movie. The really terrible movie. That basically aped some of the scenes from it, but nothing else. But, I never actually finished this game 100%. I only got like halfway through it. And then I kind of returned the game because I'd borrowed it from a friend back in the day. So, you know what? This is the year I finally put Silent Hill 1 away. You like the movie? And it had decent visuals, but it's a bit shit. What do I think of Silent Hill 2? I want to say it's one of the best games out there, but in terms of gameplay, it's actually not. It just has a very intelligent plot because it understands subtlety is a very effective tool in storytelling, and it's one of the few games that actually employs it. Gameplay-wise, it's actually hit or miss. It's actually one of the easier Silent Hill games out there, so it's rarely very scary. However, if you mention anything I've just said to any Silent Hill 2 stan, they will come for me. Because there's no questioning its magnificence, apparently, in that group. But I do like it. I do like Silent Hill 2. It is an excellent game, and I really like how unsettling it is when it wants to be, but also wish it was maybe a bit more scary and like hard. They kind of made that one a little too easy. Silent 2 fucked me up for life. One of the best stories ever made. I mean, it is very well told. It's confusing. It's still hard to figure out what's going on half the time anyways. But it is very well done. And they do keep you guessing. First time you play through it, you're not likely to guess what's happened. Because they don't beat you over the head with it. Salutations, my brother from another mother. Maybe we have the same mother and you just don't remember. I don't know. You like the new icon color? Actually, believe it or not, this icon predates the one I've used for years because I've just never used it before. See, the guy I hired to do it sent me this one first. But I was like, you know what? Make it dumber. So he had like the rainbow to the background. I was like, I'll go with that. So these were created at the same time. I've never used this one before. However, there's been an increasing number of people who like come in and were confused by it. They thought I was making a political statement when I wasn't. And I don't want credit for that if I'm not actually doing it. And I didn't want to like just be confusing people and hey, good on you for showing the pride flag. And I'm like, what? Why am? I mean, hey, tip of the hat to you if you are. But I'm not actually doing that, and I didn't want to get continued praise or confusion over it. So I switched it back to the original one. When do we get a new star? I was actually just explaining that this isn't a new star. This is the original one that I've just never used before. I always went with like the dumber looking one with the rainbow behind it. But it was confusing too many people, and people were like congratulating me on like, hey, good job on displaying the pride flag. And I was, because that wasn't the intention. It was just meant to look dumb. And I didn't want to get like accolades from people for something I wasn't doing. It felt wrong. Didn't you play the first Silent Hill already? No, I have never actually played it all the way through, in fact, but I never streamed it either. I played several other Silent Hill games like a year or so ago. First Silent Hill game I ever played was Origins. That's the prequel to this game, right? I never played that one. Gonna watch Goodfellas tomorrow in Ray Liotta's honor. Oh yeah. RIP, I heard about that. Yeah. 68? Far too young. Far too young. I'm guessing drugs were involved. I have a suspicion. What about brought up the yacht? I didn't know that gets so. I guess I've had that one for so long. Any little change to it will now bring out like a firestorm of questions. It is funny given all the mods have been pride positive, if not a yellow. I mean, I have no problem. Hey, if you're gay, lesbian, whatever, live your life. Be proud of it. But I really don't want people like giving me accolades for something I'm not actually doing. It feels dirty. Or it just sometimes people get confused, like, hey, is Dartigan gay? I'm like, no, why would you think I am? Oh, the rainbow thing, I guess. So it just gets rid of some of the confusion. I haven't debated if I'm going to replace the one on the Discord yet with this one or get something new done. This is just might be temporary. I might get something entirely new done. Been gay then. Yes, I'm so gay. So very, very gay. Been hiding it all this time. 2 years subscribed on your channel. Thank you, Vigilante. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And hopefully I continue to not suck enough and you'll stay subbed. But if not, hey, I understand. Sometimes the quality starts to drag a bit. You just keep making the closet bigger. You know what? If I were gay, I would not want to be in the closet. That feels uncomfortable. Closets always have that weird clothing smell to them. Is Tommy Vercetti my favorite GTA protagonist? No. CJ is. Has any game that came out recently made your top 10 favorite all times? The most recent one I'd add to it would probably be Half-Life Alyx. I thought that was a really great experience and really showed what VR can do. More so than any game since or afterward. Or before or afterward, there we go, get that correct. So that one might make, the top 10. I never really compiled a top 10 list because I, don't really care too much about listing things like that. But it would possibly get up there. However, that's like a 2-year-old game now, so that's about the most recent one I can think of. While you're in the closet, could you say hello to Tom Cruise for me? We think he's gay? I think he's just, flamboyant and a little crazy. I don't know if that's, that's not necessarily, gay. Did you see Dino Crisis is going to be on PS Premium? Did you ever play it? Yes, I streamed it actually a couple of years back. I don't know if it's on the archive or not. It might be. I don't know if I had the archive channel at that point or not. I don't know. But I did stream it for anyone who recalls. Red Dead Redemption 2 is definitely in my top. I like Red Dead Redemption 2, but I don't think it made my top 10. I guess, you know what? It still amazes me to this day so many people clamoring for a Dino Crisis remake. I mean, once you play Dino Crisis and you realize, oh, it's just Resident Evil with some dinosaurs, you might like, oh, wow, why did I want to remake? I'm beginning to think most of the people asking for a remake have never actually played the original. I mean, it's not bad, but it's nothing really to write home about. In fact, Dino Crisis 2 was much better, and it was like more of an action game. I mean, yeah, it's alright. It's just not really that memorable, I don't feel. But people mention it because, I guess, reasons? I don't know. Did Dino Crisis ever claim to be anything other than Resident Evil? No. I mean, it was pretty obvious even back when it released. It's like, yeah, this is just Resident Evil. They just made an extra game with a Resident Evil engine with dinosaurs. Did it even sell well? I don't remember it being like a big cultural zeitgeist. I played Dino Crisis, but I can't actually remember hardly. It's time travel, mad scientist, energy, meh. And that's really all there is to it. Time travel is really the theme, but it's like very laid-back time travel, because it only seems to involve dinosaurs. I'm sure if they, like, remade it, though, they'd have to get rid of the time travel aspect and go like, oh, no, they're more like a Jurassic Park thing, where we, like, cloned them. Is that the original Silent Hill? It is the original. Don't you see this lovely Pakistani GameCube menu here? In fact, let me go ahead and get the game loaded. Well, before I do that, let me publish the YouTube video. Yep. I mean, this game did come out before. This game did release before my 2001 cutoff date for videos. That being said, it is one of the few games before that I could possibly make a Sin video on. So I guess I'll consider this a research stream and then maybe decide later on whether I want it to be. All right, so let's get the game going. Let me insert the obvious Silent Hill 1 CD that I have into my Pakistani GameCube. There, oh, yep, never mind this. I see it's Pakistani GameCube. Did I see Vadi Vidya's Elden Ring videos? I haven't really watched him since Elden Ring. I mean, I made a lot of jokes about him. But I didn't really care too much about just sitting there watching lore videos. Yeah, we gotta let this theme song and video play out, chat. It's important. This theme song alone will hook you. Like, you know what? I want to play this. This is cool. Who knew you could make Italian so scary? ...2001 is pretty arbitrary. No, it's not, because a lot of games before 2001 don't really have the material I need to make a video. Because most of them weren't too story-focused, and the ones that did only had very limited amounts, and rarely had voice acting. So there's only a handful of games before that I could even work with. Guitar player is just too much crap. Had too much cool. Why? Because he, like, fiddled? Is there, like, a green filter? It's just old CG. It's very compressed. Had to fit this on a CD-ROM, you know. And then, you know, maybe it's just like the green is scary. You got a new logo? Actually, old logo. I just never used it before. I got this made before the one you've seen for years. I just never used it because I want something dumber looking. Yodel right into wild western music. Yeah, it is a weird mix-up, but it works. Because you can't really tell what it is, which I think is fitting for Silent Hill, actually, when you think about it. Who else is bobbing their head? Hey, all she can do is laugh at you, Chad. Remember, I think that's actually that scene of her laughing is actually from the blooper reel. There is actually a blooper reel for some of the CG scenes in this game. And I think that scene of the nurse laughing is from it. Hey, we'll get to, well, we've already played as you in Silent Hill 3. Spoilers, I'm afraid. Blooper reel for a horror game? Yeah, there is. The ending credits, I think, shows it off. Needs more Limp Bizkit. No, this needs more corn. Remember that, yo, corn is the sound of yo Silent Hill now. Remember there being a blooper reel for Metal Gear Solid 3? Alright, so. Hold on. Hold on, I might need to, you know, plug in my controller properly. Hold on a second. Just 1 minute. You know, these Pakistani, you know, GameCube controllers are fiddly. Can never figure out which way they go in the slot. They sometimes need turn it upside down and sideways and diagonally and all that. Okay, let's see if this works now. There we go. See, now the controller's working. Good job. Good job, Pakistani GameCube. Good old days of Pizza Hut demo discs and for the PlayStation. Good times. You know, a demo disc where you getting those magazines were nice, weren't they? Like, hey, it's like you get like a bite-sized chunk of like a dozen different games. During one recording session, Ocelot's actor accidentally dropped his revolver, and Eva's motion capture actor started laughing her ass off. So I guess they like put that in. What's this new Dartigan Twitch profile pic and selling it? Actually, I'm gonna be explain. Oh, where'd the game go? Oh, okay. Gonna be explaining that a lot tonight. No, it's not a new pick. It's really the older pick. I just never used it before. And I just, you know what, time for a change. Yeah, the other one was confusing too many people. So, this one was made first, and I just never used it because I wanted something to look a bit goofier. But no, times change, and yeah, screen position, vibration, auto load. Auto load? Okay, whatever. I guess we're good. First played Metal Gear Solid on one of those demo discs. For some reason, I never even got into Silent Hill originally until the first Silent Hill game I played, Silent Hill, Metal Gear Solid, and the first Metal Gear Solid game I played was Metal Gear Solid 2. I didn't really know much about it at the time, but I was like, you know what, I'll check it out. So I never had to get angry about playing as Raiden, I guess. Alright, so we're gonna play this on normal difficulty because we're normie gamers that are tonight. And I'm a little drained from like the past 2 days where I was a little sick. First Metal Gear you ever played was 4. That's an interesting place to start, because that game requires a lot of pre-knowledge. Hey, Ouroboros, how you doing? We don't crash the fuck out since I got newly home 10 minutes ago while being 1 a.m. Love OG Silent Hill. Yeah, why does the screen keep doing that? I guess that needs me to like hit start soon. Which is the title screen reloading. So I got a mouse on screen. How was my old profile pic confusing? 2 different ways. One, people kept thinking I was like making a political statement when I wasn't. And I didn't want people either congratulating me for that. No, they noticed the dithering, the really obvious dithering going on these pixel graphics. I didn't want people congratulating me for that or possibly being turned off by it. And you know what, then it's also making people come in like, wait, is Dartigan gay? Because I didn't even realize that the rainbow meant that at the time when had it made. It was like, yeah, it looks goofy. Cheryl. Too quiet. Oh yeah, no analog stick in this game, huh? Yeah, that's right. This game was released before the DualShock controller, I think, came out. Oh, what the hell is this red? Did you turn edgy? No, this... Alright, this is like, what, the 10th time I've answered this question tonight? This is the original icon. I just never used it because I always went with the rainbow one. And because it looked dumber, but it was, it was time for a change because there was confusion happening because of it. I didn't think that'd be such a drastic change of the icon. My guiding light. Rainbow's cool, I still have it. Footsteps. Also, GMC, thank you for the gifts of the Ouroboros. My team Silent, Team Resident. There's a lot more Resident Evil games I like than Silent Hill. There's really only like 3 Silent Hill games I enjoy. That's 1, 2, and 3. Cheryl, is that Cheryl? You're turning to pixelation deathery. Cheryl, it's dangerous.
Where are you going?
Show socialist?
Hey,
yeah,
wait,
now everyone
stop.
come here and think, wait, are you a socialist, Dart? You got a red background. Where's your hammer and sickle at, socialist? This is the first Silent Hill playthrough you've ever... Really? So you don't know much about it? Interesting. Oh, it feels so weird playing this again. You wasted 300 points I'm gathering in order to force you to send Persona 5, and I request a vote between this red edgy communist or the cool rainbow icon. I'm honestly probably gonna have something completely new made, so it probably won't stay as this for long. I've honestly been feeling for a while that I need to change it because it's just gotten old, as well as the banner art at the top. I've had it for too long without refreshing it, so don't get used to the red one either. I would say. You don't like Downport? No, not really. 4 is even when it comes to Silent Hill 4, I'm only like halfway. It's like I like parts of it, but then a lot of it I don't like. You ready for a famous scene, chat? Famous scenes? Everyone gets off on famous scenes, right? In fact, this is probably right up there with, with the dogs jumping through the windows for a lot of people in Resident Evil. It's even got a beware of dog sign, but ain't what we're dealing with right now. What the? Hope this isn't Chris's blood. No matter what game we play, Barry is always there. Your favorite son, a random YouTuber, like actually tried arguing people think Downpour is bad because they thought Silent Hill 2 was good. I just didn't really care much for its plot. It was clearly trying to be Silent Hill, something like Silent Hill 2, but it just wasn't really doing it for me. And that's the problem with all the games made by Western devs, or like, Eastern European devs, whatever, is that they all tried to emulate Silent Hill 2 and they kind of failed at it. All this camera angle. This blew my fucking mind back when I played this originally. Like, what? Moving cameras. It follows me. I mean, that was like, fucking, like, what? Let's do it again. I'm not joking. That literally blew my fucking mind when I played it, because I'd never seen that done in a video game where you had like a camera that does that. They even like that camera movement was so popular in the game that they actually, for the movie, they replicated it. I mean, you go from playing fixed camera angle games like Resident Evil, where you just get backgrounds, and them doing that, you're like, what? The future is now, old men. Played Shattered Memory on the Wii. It was weird, but not from the horror. I meant to play that at some point. I just don't know when. That's strange. It's getting darker. I don't think of any other PlayStation 1 game that did Dutch angles. Not too many. Most usually had either like shitty cameras that stayed locked to your shoulder, or fixed camera angles. Better than nothing, I guess. The very Terry Gilliam... Well, yeah, Jacob's Ladder is a big influence on the entire series. I mean, literally, Silent Hill 2 copies even more from it. Fortunately, they don't really use these kind of shifting camera angles much throughout the game outside this opening. Broken wheelchair. What's this doing here? I think this is the game that also established that wheelchairs are creepy. Did you like the movie adaptation? I like the visuals, but other than that, no. This and the playing Resident Evil 1 are the only two times I was genuinely creeped out in the game that I can recall. After that, I kind of got used to how horror games work. Whoop. Or about means
What
of
is
symbolism.
this? What's going on here?
That's your everyday average. You'll clerk. I think Harry's a clerk, right? Oh. Babies with knives. Oh, I'm done already. Harry's a writer. Oh, okay. I think it's James who's a clerk, right?
Got it!
Perfect time for that one. Also, new icon, old icon. I was never used it before. Hey, hot stuff.
Was I dreaming?
How do you feel?
Today, this game got remade.
I've been run over
Who do you
by
think
a
would play the
truck,
Harry?
But I'm all right, I guess.
Glad to hear it.
Hot cop. You know, there's something about riding pants,
You
right?
from around here? Why don't you tell me what happened?
Wait a second, I'm just a tourist. I came here for a vacation. I just got here.
You know, I never figured out how Sybil rescued him from being murdered by the
I don't
babies
know
with
what
knives.
happened.
Paul
I'd like
Rudd
to
is
find
Harry
out
Mason.
myself.
Uh-huh.
Have you seen a little girl? Just turned 7 last month.
Troy Baker. They actually got
Short,
Troy Baker to
black hair.
redo the voices for the main character of
My
Silent Hill 2.
daughter.
My daughter.
Sorry. The only person I've seen in this town is you.
Where is everybody?
I'd tell you if I knew, believe me.
You know, just the way, because
From what I can
the girl's
tell,
name is Cheryl, I think it's about
Something
Cheryl.
bizarre's
Cheryl.
going on.
What's the name of the actor from the old,
That's all I
shit.
Hmm.
The Merle. The numbers
What's your
Merle.
name?
That he'd make a good
Harry.
main character voice.
Harry Mason.
Sybil Bennett. I'm a police officer from Brams, the next town over.
You know, I don't think any of the games ever went to Brams, did
The
they?
phones are all dead, and the radio too. I'm going back to call in some reinforcements.
Ed Harris, is that his name? Merle. The numbers Merle. I'm gonna stay here and
Hold it.
eat mustard and ketchup.
Where do you think you're going?
My daughter. I've got to find her.
No way. It's dangerous out there.
In that case, I need to find her now. Cheryl's my little girl. I can't just leave her out there by herself.
Line reading was so bad, yeah, a lot of them are.
Have you got a gun?
A little bit stilted, and the pacing of all the conversation is awkwardly
no.
slow.
Take this, and hope you don't
That's,
have to
cops
use
just
it.
give you their guns all the time. Random civilian
Now listen
in
to
an
me.
abandoned town, hey, take this.
Before you pull
dangerous
the
to
trigger,
go alone.
Know who you're shooting,
So this Pakistani GameCube magic,
and
exactly.
don't do it unless you have to.
I'm American,
Don't
alright,
be
I know how to
blasting
use a
me by
gun.
mistake.
Covered wars, you know.
Got it?
Better than Resident Evil 1's voice acting?
Yeah,
Well, true, but
thanks.
most is. Isn't that her only gun? No, she has a
Do your
second one,
best
as
to
you can
stay
clearly
nearby.
see. They were just in the same location
I'll
for
be
some
back with
reason.
help as quick as I can.
Another good use of the soundboard. But thank you, Dr. Baby. Alright, Ed Harris played Gene Kranz, head of NASA Control in Apollo 13. Oh, yeah, you're right. Alright, let's take a look around real quick. Health drink. There's a flashlight, take it. What a helpful diner. Take the map. Oh, shit. Did you see that in the window? Fuck. How do I access my menu? There we go. Okay, equipped. The fuck was that? Who knows? Pinball machine, nothing unusual. Yeah, doesn't this game take place in like the 70s or 80s or the time setting? I think it's the 80s, right? Yeah, it's the 80s. By the way, I just never realized that when I first played it. By the way, do I highly advise you to read every document you come across? I will. Someday someone may experience these bizarre events. Hopefully they will find my notes useful. Didn't in 3 they sort of reference this with, Heather reading one of the notes? I think it's late 80s, early. I think it's actually based on how old Heather is in Silent Hill 3. This would have to be like 1984, I think. Uh-oh. Hold on. Hold on a second. You gotta fiddle. I gotta plug in my Pakistani GameCube's memory card real quick. One second. How do you plug in a Pakistani GameCube memory card in this? Silent Hill 2 takes place in the 90s. That's Silent Hill 2. I'm talking about Silent Hill 3, which take place in the 2000s because Heather's all grown up. Don't try to pinpoint the year the main 4 games event take place in. You can basically say 90s. The first, I'm pretty sure, this one takes place in the 80s, and then the second one takes place in the 90s, and I'm pretty sure the third one takes place in, like, the early 2000s. Like, the very early 2000s. Did you know that slap scene with Ed Harris in The Abyss was real and had repeated takes? I mean, no, I didn't. I don't think I've seen it either. I've been missing all these streams and had to watch the VODs again because Twitch didn't notify shit. If you turn on notifications, right now I'm trying to figure my memory cards, problem. Uh, okay, wait on a second. Also, thank you Retro Codex for the, the sub, 13 months. All right, did it work? Hold on. Maybe now I can save it. Okay, to format, yes. And there we go. Now we can save our game. Favorite exchange was someone trying to argue that with one of the members of Team Silent on Twitter. What were they trying to argue about? What was your favorite handheld growing up? Mine was the DS. I never really, I mean, the only handheld I ever spent any real time with was the Game Boy Advance. That was the one I bought and I played on for quite a while, but then that was really it. I also had a DS, but I never really used it much. Speaking of handhelds, I paid for my Steam Deck today. I finally got my confirmation, like, hey, your order's, it's time. That's what the email should have just said, it's time. It's like, you now must complete the purchase you started a year ago. All right, let's see. What buttons do I press to shoot people? And, I mean, monsters. You gotta hold that. Okay. Someone kept insisting that the games were based on that town with the coal mine fire, but the devs basically told them it's and everything. Okay, you're talking about the one from the movie, the one that was set in West Virginia? I mean, if you're gonna, an abandoned coal mining town with like a fire burning on it ain't a bad place to set a horror franchise, so I can see why some people might believe that. It's not a bad idea. But obviously that's for the movie-based fiction. I mean, also West Virginia is like the one state that's fucked up enough where that you could actually believably happen. GMC get the tier sub to Seth Zero. A radio. Is it broken? Can't hear anything. It's in Pennsylvania. Yeah, that's where the real one is. I believe the real Silent Hill is supposed to take place somewhere in New England, because that's like the older part of America. Maybe even like Maine. Radio is oh wait, we got more stuff to pick up. More health drink. Would you drink something that's just called health drink? That feels shoddy, shady, shitty. All three of those things actually. Can't turn on the TV, no power. Yet the lights are on. Hello, pilots. Hey, we don't talk about the old times here anymore. I moved on. Give me the mustard. I mean, it's actually based on those Japanese energy drinks that are the size of 5-hour energy shots. I mean, I'm not surprised, but I'm sure they came up with a more creative name than health drink. Concerning Silent Hill's resumed drug problem, health drink might have... Well, yeah, they did have a bit of a drug issue in this town, didn't they?
What's that? Huh.
How's the script
Radio.
coming? I've been kind of like
What's going
low
on
energy
with
the
that
past
radio?
couple days, so not finished with it yet. But I'm hoping to be like done the next 2 days with it. You know, for a PS1 game, they did everything they could to make this pretty fucking cool.
This is not a dream. What's happening to this place?
You know, I think this game is also responsible for the glut of, like, old retro-style horror games that try to mimic the look of PS1 now. Because, you know, when you think about it, the more visual mud there is on a horror game, sometimes the better it works. Wake up from a dream where you're murdered by mutant children and now you're attacked by pterodactyls. I'm not sure what these are, but I think they're like based... All the monsters obviously are based off something that Cheryl was afraid of. You know, spoilers again, but that's how Silent Hill works. I think she was like afraid of bats or birds or something? I don't know. But thank you, Dr. Baby, for the 100 bits. Alright, let's... what's the reload again? Merv curse? Shit, why did it come back again? Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. One bullet down. I guess you can only reload from the, you know, the menu. I don't have any more extra bullets anyways. Are all the good things based off things Cheryl likes, like truck drivers? Well, spoiler, a truck driver is the person who originally saved the baby version of her that Harry here, you know, eventually found. So maybe, I don't know. But that is not neither here nor now. Afraid of babies with knives? I think the kids with knives represent the other children that she was, like, bullied by. Where could Cheryl have gone? Cheryl. Guess I'll check that alley again. Change your channel icon. I kind of missed the old one. It was more colorful. Technically, this is the original one. I just never used it before. I remember asking you, like, hey, can you make it look dumber? And he just changed it to more multicolored. But don't get used to this one. I probably won't keep it for long. I'm planning to... as soon as I find an artist for it, I'm probably going to have something new made. I've been using the same art for like 7 years now. I think it's time for a change. And like I said, people were getting confused over the old one. They thought I was making a political statement, and I didn't want to be like congratulated for that when I wasn't really doing anything. For us, the old one is the... I mean, my original icon I used was a bell. I used that for a very short period of time, then I had some actual art made. Yeah, this one was the one he came up with first, and I just never used it because I like it. Make something goofier looking. Gonna update your avatar's hairstyle. If I even use a face on it, I'm not sure what it'll be. Reloaded. How are things going on for you, Elon Musk? Well, apparently I'm having trouble buying Twitter. Where am I supposed to be going? Okay, up and around the corner. Even like helpfully marked it. Cheryl. You know, I remember getting hopelessly lost when I first played this game as a kid, because when you think about it, there weren't too many games that let you actually explore city streets, you know, open... Well, it's not really open world. Most of the city streets are locked off. But still, it's like, where the fuck do I go? It's too much choice. Meant to ask, how do you feel about Blooper Team potentially making a new Silent Hill game? I personally think it's a terrible idea. Most people seem to be on the idea that, it's not, it probably won't result in anything too great, because Blooper Team has always been that developer that wants to be like Team Silent, and everything they've made has been like working toward like, hey, we can make Silent Hill games. Because if you look at every game they've made, it's the Blair Witch, the the Layers of Fear game, and even that recent one, the most recent one, the Medium, have all been like, hey, what if we made a Silent Hill game? But they've always been a bit weak shit, to be honest with you. They haven't really quite got it, but you know what? I hope for the best if it's true. Maybe they can get something good out of it. But I'll wait. I'll wait and see how that goes. Oh, quite mid, very mid. They need to like morb it up. You know what? Morb is the new meme, chat. It's replaced Amogus. Everyone's morbing. Have you started morbing yet, chat? It's the new hot meme of 2022. Oh, what? Did I just get hit in the head? Ow. You know, you're not even worth the time. Run, Harry. Don't waste the ammo. Precious. Then again, I got dogs that I gotta deal with, so maybe I should... Oh, me... Ow. You know what? If you compare Harry's kick with, like, the Dead Space guy... Sorry, it just comes off weak. It's like he, like, scraped gum off the bottom of his shoe rather than kicked a infernal hell beast. Every time I see this game, the more I'm convinced Harry's desperately trying to find a bathroom. Look at him run. Well, they didn't have motion capture. It had to be all animated by hand. But did I know there was a stumbling animation in this game? Oh yeah. I mean, this is ahead of its time. Old radio sounds like an analog telephone bell. Like I said, old is scary, you know? It reminds you of death and the ticking of the clock, right? Heather's kick much looks weak. Well, you know, she's just a girl. I mean, less violent. But at least it's animated properly. Another one? We got a problem in this town. Isn't this place cursed for being on top of a Native American graveyard? You know what? It's really not cursed by Native Americans or anything. It's just, I'm pretty sure Native Americans worship this place because it's like special, like connected to the gods. But you know, it's like some like ancient like demon, really. You know the whole demon thing of it, where they're like the cult worshiping a demon is actually one of the weaker elements. I like it much more when it comes to Silent Hill 2, where it's like this place has always been like a weirdly supernatural place, and the cultists just appropriate it to bring their god back. Not the... See, original... It's a little complicated, but let me see if I can explain it. This game is the origin, so it's only not really fully fleshed out, so you're led to believe the entirety of the Silent Hill is only like this because of, like, the demon ceremony and the demon possessing the girl. But, in 2, they kind of ditch that, and they make it so it's like the town has always been fucked up and weird and, like, connected to other worlds and, like, spirits and stuff. And the cult just like, hey, this is the place where we can maybe bring our god back. So they, like, set up shop here. On a scale of 1 to 10, what year was everybody born? 1946, baby boom? I don't know. There's a lot born then, all those horny soldiers coming back. 3 and 4 go back. Yeah, they go back to the cult because it is important to it, but the idea that Silent Hill is, like, much more deeper than just some cult making it spooky. Which I like a lot more. I like the idea there's more depth to it than just like the cult fucked everything up by summoning their god here. Is there a horrifying siren? Yes, whenever that transfers to a hell world, you get the famous siren. No one's gonna get mad at me for killing dogs in this game, right? You gotta admit, the whole radio thing, and because you can barely see anything, so adding like you can only like hear the radio crackling is genius. Oh shit, is dead in one shot. Weak ass shit. You know, they did the best they could with like a PS1 game, which was extremely limited, but it all worked. Horny soldiers? Well, yeah. You try fighting like in, you know, in the trenches for 5 years and see if you don't get horny. Hope this isn't Chris's blood or Cheryl's blood. So I read the new Watch Dogs novel. There's a Watch Dogs novel. I mean, why would you do that? Were you that interested in the Watch Dogs series? You were almost a Sybil sandwich. Pretty sure that is what I just walked over. Dartigan, kill innocent doggo. Ooh woo. Why must senpai do such a thing? Ooh woo. Do not speak to me of the ooh woo witch. I was there when it was written, ooh woo. Yes, I'll take those. Never do that again. And what's one of my best jokes? Whoever else thought of combining, you know, the cupboard movie, whatever the fuck it was, you know, the sorceress in the cupboard, whatever that was, line that everyone likes, with ooh. Me, that's who, only me. 2-6 chul, gotcha. I mean, oh, to school. A weird looking S though. I have no idea what you said. I said, do not speak to me of the ooh woo witch. I was there when it was written. Ooh woo. It's a good joke. Laugh. Lion Witch in the Wardrobe. I've never actually read it or seen it. I just know that one bit of the lion.
Isn't this Cheryl's sketchbook?
Did I just pronounce
She's
school?
at the school.
I was reading how horribly my daughter's handwriting is, right? Hey, you gotta, I'm a, you know, what do they call it? Like a dragon parent? I expect her to become a doctor one day. Midwich Elementary School. Sketchbook cover, this picture. It's me. Wow, she's shittier drawing than I expected. Do my eyes really look like that, honey? Lion Witch in the Wardrobe is actually super short. It's written for middle schoolers. You could read it, yeah, but I don't really want to read children's books. And I read the alternative to that. I read the Pullman series of, like, you know, the Golden Compass stuff. Much better. First picture that Cheryl drew in the sketchbook that I gave on her 5th birthday. Helicopter parent. Well, I was talking about the Asian version of that, where it's like, no. Helicopter parent is just like you always hovering around your child, like, being by 5. Like, okay, I'll take you there and we'll drive you and then I'll walk with you. But, you know, that's where you, like, remove all the goals and obstacles from your child's life. The dragon parent is like, well, you got an A? Why not A+? The neighbor's kid got an A+. That tiger mom, yeah. Well, dragon parent, tiger mom, same thing. Basically, stereotypical Asian parent, like, hey, wants only the best from their child because they have to, like, you know, brag about them to their neighbors and friends. That's just the way you live your life. Vicariously through your children's accomplishments. How they know it's steel? It might be lead. Look, he can tell by the weight. Also, lead pipes, you know, those are kind of phased out in a lot of places because, you know, no one really wants to be drinking their water from it. Getting a little, like, bomb from that camera angle shifting. Even though it's, you know, worth it. Oh, you got a C? Well, your mother should have. Well, I was about to say that isn't what I was about to say. Dually, your mother should have got a C-section. And just realized that that's just, you know, birthing naturally. Yeah, I was trying to, like, tie that, like, oh, maybe you should have been died at birth as a way to C-section and killing the child. Get moshed. Yeah, I can't do too many jokes with that tone of voice, or else, like, I get accused of racism. All right, so we are headed to. That's not the map. Drinking lead water builds character only in the 50s. Drinking in the lead water, driving cars with leaded gasoline, and, you know, sleeping in rooms, you know, insulated with an asbestos. Alright, so we gotta, like, make our way up the street and over to the school. I prepare for Dart to be cancelled by 3 people on Twitter tomorrow. It only takes 3 now, does it? I at least like to think it'd take at least 100 to get me out of there. More items. I love items. Even he made the most recent. Well, I'm pretty sure Morbid Time is, you know, currently trumping everything. Has anyone actually seen the Morbius movie? Or is that just because no one saw it, we can all just pretend it was really good? I mean, I like the basis of such a meme. But has anyone just been to try to be like the party pooper? Like, no, man, I actually saw the movie. That's it's not at all like that. It's a serious film. Where there, you know, Dr. Morbius at one point dances and mugs into the camera. Why would anyone watch the Morbius movie? I gotta wonder, how many people knew about the Morbius character? I barely knew about him from, like, the Spider-Man cartoon in the 90s. He had, like, a brief, like, episode where he was in. He got bit by a radioactive bat. Of course you do, Jem. There's no one questions your lore knowledge. Right, I am in, like, my health status is yellow. Whatever that means. I think it means dying of kidney failure, maybe. It is really bad. The plot jumps are insane. Well, when you're dealing with like a mutant vampire guy, you gotta expect some weirdness, right? You know about Morbius, and I was confused why Sony chose him to get a movie, because they only have access to so many characters related to Spider-Man. Don't be surprised if Dr. Octopus gets his own movie at some point. Or... Wait, I don't think they own the rights to Blade, do they? That's with another company. No. You know, anything as a Spider-Man related character, they can make a movie on. Read that because of the lead is letting gas, it was able to get into more people's bodies in the last decade. It actually made the next generation stupider. I've heard that too, but I'm not sure about the science. I don't think there's been any actual science that actually, you know, prove it. It's just been like a, you know, a claim. So it's a fun joke that, haha, gas made all the boomers stupid or crazy, but I wouldn't really stand by that as a scientific, like, you know, certainty, because I haven't seen anything actually proving it. I'm trying to use the analog stick, but that doesn't work here. I remember when I first played this game, I tried to go through every freaking door I came across, like one of them surely got open. So, like, when is, you know, Dr. Morbius 2 coming out? That's obviously been greenlighted, right? I mean, the meme, we could possibly meme it so hard they actually think people want a sequel. Have you tried changing your input mode to your controller? That would be a mode where you can use the... can I do that from here? Type 1. 2... Nope, there's no options broken, you'll analog. This game was released before the DualShock 2, you go. What's this fancy analog stick you're talking about? Controller you have? Well, I'm using my Pakistani GameCube's controller, which has nothing like that. Where am I? Okay, it's really hard to keep bearing on where I'm at. Okay, we just keep going down the street. Really don't want to waste ammo. Sag. Very sag. Hey, between Morrowind's Cliff Runners and these things, which is more annoying? You know what, the Neverine definitely would, like, feel like, I feel you, man, those things are annoying. Right there with you. Okay, I'm gonna need health drink. Taking too many hits. Hey, it could be worse. Could be Warner Brothers greenlighting a Wonder Twins movie. I mean, we joke. Cliff Razors are way worse. Well, there's usually more of those. But these things stick to you just as much as those do. And there's quite a few of them as well. And since you don't want to waste all your ammo on, like, street enemies, you just want to, like, they just stay on your ass. You usually have, like, 4 or 5 on you by the time you reach your objective. Let's see. Okay, I think I'm going the completely wrong direction. Yeah, I'm new in town. You want... I gotta zoom. You want articles? It's the consensus that lead exposure, which was everywhere during development, impaired brain development. I mean, I don't deny it. It's a very strong possibility. I mean, I just wait for like pure science to study the people's brains from that time period. It's like, yep, they're definitely crazy. Oh shit! Doghouse, Levin Street. Who would write such a thing as that? So, Levin Street. Levin Street. Okay, I actually just passed it. Find the doghouse. The guys who live in there, mom's basement. They did greenlight a Wonder Twins movie, then they canceled it 3 months. Like, what were the Wonder Twins about? They're like twins and they were bizarre. I don't know. I just know they were part of like the Super Friends bullshit. Like, Wonder Twin power activate, and like, can you just like fucking leave and let this real superheroes do something? Apparently the guy who put lead in gas, you know, apparently there's I forget who it was, but there's like one scientist who did a lot of harm with both PCBs and like lead in gas. Inadvertently killed probably a lot of people. Oh, doggle. House key was hidden in the doghouse. Wonder Twin powers activate. Alabama mode. Oh god. Who's the house key? Depends on which area the country the Wonder Twins came from in their lore. I asked if you wanted to see articles. I know of one that has been cited a fuckload of times. I mean, I believe you. I'm not doubting the science on it. I'm just saying, I don't think you can attribute everything with boomers to, like, lead in the gasoline. There's also, I think it's more cultural than it is gasoline, is what I'm saying. God bless, we're in America where everyone just has bullets but no guns in their homes. Does that ever make sense to you? Like, honey, did you get more bullets for the guns we don't own? Oh, yes, dear. I want to, like, sit them around the house. I like the look of the box. Oh, that's a big kitchen table. And they have a big-ass TV in their kitchen? A weird place. Also, what kind of TV is that? It looks more like a computer monitor. Don't forget DDT? Ah, yes, nothing special. Harry is here to, like, comment on your home apparel. People really do incest in Alabama. I'm gonna assume some, but then again, in other places too. It's just a big joke about it. I mean, it's funny. Alright. Hey, they get to make fun of Californians and, like, everyone else in the West, like, eating avocado toast. You get a joke about how they fuck their attractive cousins, alright? It's a big, circle jerk of national proportions. We truly love each other. Alabama isn't even the top 20 verandas. I'm sad that there's a list for that. People can, of course, be naturally stupid. Like I said, sometimes stupid is contextual. Sometimes stuff is just more culturally acceptable in one time period than it is in others. By statistics, it's not just the attractive ones. Wow, people have studied this in chat, have you? There are 3 locks. Alright, keys for eclipse. Something is written on the map, something on the wall. Keys for the eclipse. Okay, I don't remember this part, actually. Copied it to the map. Right, let me check it. Right, so I'm here on Levin Street, and I need to get over there to the circle part. Okay. And then also there's a line going across the bridge. Alright, I can do. Right, so I guess we go down Madison Street to get to the next part of it. Here we're on the incest topic. Why did this even become a thing tonight? God, why must you every single stream just like, yeah, you know what? We're gonna talk about something weird and fucked up. Look, we got nothing on the Europeans yet. With some of them. It's playing more Sunset Overdrive the other night. That is a game that truly deserves a sequel. Does it really? I played that game and I wasn't impressed too much by it, to be honest with you. I mean, I didn't hate it, but it's just like Ratchet and Clank, only with a more annoying main character. How dare you? I mean, I'm sorry, but it just wasn't. I didn't find it that funny, and I just found it to be like, okay, it's Ratchet and Clank with like a weird millennial main character. It's also really short and ends abruptly. All right, so we need to go this way. But it was awesome. I mean, if you like it, I'm not criticizing you. If Jay enjoyed it as much as you like. I just didn't really care too much for it. It's like one of the few Xbox exclusives I remember, like, oh, people getting excited for, then just no one seemed to have played it. It disappoints me. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sure there's plenty of games that I like that you also like, and we would agree on in totality. But on this one thing, I'm going to be like, I'm fine with my opinion on it. Oh, excuse me, sir. You know what? These old PS1 games, boy, were they hard to control. It's like I'm steering a character using my nose or something. Alright, well, hey, I like that they actually went through the trouble of putting text on the screen that you can't read. What is this, a Queen Burger? Cafe? Out, strolling shoes? Like all good PS1 textures. Alright, so... There's also a red mark on that alley behind the cafe, too, so I guess I should check there. Oh, these are some wide-ass streets. How big are the cars in the world of Silent Hill? Never noticed that before, but my god. If Harry's indicative of the size of like a regular human, the cars must be like enormous. You are pissing me off. Also, 100 bits from Jack 2 was Naughty Dog subverting expectations before it was cool. I like Jack 2, actually. But I don't. Did they really subvert expectations? Just turned it into like a mini open world game with a talking main character. So, are you hyped for the Saints Row reboot? No. It looks. I've never really cared for Saints Row to be honest, and now it looks even less like I would be more interested. It's like, okay, whatever. It's now even more of a GTA clone that seems so painfully boring. I guess the best way of putting it. If zany didn't get it for me, I don't think just going less zany but more zoomy is going to do anything for me. Sorry I'm checking the map every 30 seconds. It's just hard to keep track of where you are because of all the fog. Ow! My back is getting lacerated. Here we are. This is where I needed to go. Did you see the trailer for the chant? This is a game, right? I think I did, but I think I've already forgotten it. Less zany, more zoomy is a phrase that works for so well. I mean, true. Though some would say, like, you know, the zoomers are all about the zanies as well. Or, you know, all so random. Hey, you zoomers, you realize that all of you are just, like, would be massive Dane Cook fans if he's still doing comedian specials. Like, this Dane Cook guy is really funny. I like how you never can predict what he's gonna say. Where'd my prey go? There it is. How's my health looking? More health drink, please. It's like Volition looked at how people like the serious moments of Saints Row 2 that were balanced out with zany humor. Well, I just think they're desperate because they haven't had a successful game in a while. It actually is their idea. Like that other game they made that was like, Agents of Chaos or whatever was a flop hard, like a big time flop that no one played or bought. And now they're like, we need money. So let's just go back to, this game that no one really cares about anymore and make it even less so likely people are to care about it. Aaron Hansen does a pretty accurate Dane Cook impersonation. Well, yeah, he's pretty good at it. I haven't seen Game Grumps in a while, but I remember him being pretty good at impersonations. But again, maybe it just means he's watched a lot of Dane Cook and therefore, is an expert at it. Dane Cook was from a weird era of comedians that were, like, really popular for weird reasons. You had Dane Cook and that Michael Mencia guy, who just basically ripped off everyone else's jokes and then did the ring, the retard. That was like, yep, made millions of it. Oh. Carlos Mencia. Did I say Michael Mencia? Carlos Mencia. He said, whatever happened to Carlos Mencia? I know he had, like, I think after, like, he got outed by everyone, and everyone's just like, you're a piece of fucking shit. He finally, like, left and, like, lost his job. No. Wait, there's supposed to be something I was supposed to find on this alley, right? Yeah, it was marked up and everything. He stole everyone. Yeah, I'm aware. I mean, Joe Rogan kind of became almost somewhat pretty popular for being like the one that called him out the most on it. I think it was Joe Rogan, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure Joe Rogan was constantly on his ass. Does he still do his stand-up? I don't know. I mean, does it even matter? I don't think he does. What's in here? Might have to dip. We're getting bit slapped by a bat storm. Hey, if you have to leave, you have to leave, man. So hopefully, you make it through the storm, well. You don't lose power. Hopefully not. Also, Viper, thank you for the 12 months. Hi, Dartigan, really like the red and black, the logo. Oh, well, that's such a big, thing tonight, isn't it? I mean, hey, it's temporary, so don't get too used to it, though. Unless people really like this one, but I'll probably end up switching to something else. This is just a temporary thing, because I was kind of tired of the old one. I just don't really know what I want the new one to be if I have something made. You don't like being called old? Just tell them to call you mature, then. And also realize that the concept of old has like been shifted so far back that anyone over the age of 21 is now considered old. So it has almost no meaning. So unless you're like 60, you can just brush it off your shoulder. It's like, oh yeah, okay, whatever. Brush off. Let's go down the street and go to the circle mark now. Get the next key. What's up with the new red background? Looks sick. I mean, color red is really... I didn't know I had so many like just like angry Spanish bulls in my chat. Just like noticed the color red immediately. What? But it's really actually the original piece of art I had made. I just never used it over the rainbow one. So I just actually decided to use this one instead. Bass is old. She sings show tunes. I mean, you know what? You're good at making friends. I'll let you keep at it. Any chance you'll ever sin Infamous? I've sinned one of them. Sinning the other two would require getting me a PlayStation 3. Because, weirdly, those games are all locked to that. Yeah, these roads are like, wow, they must never have any traffic problems in Silent Hill, because look how wide the streets are. You could feel like, what, 8 or 9 cars? Possibly more in this one street. Grandma's gonna die if she tries to walk across this thing. God damn it, stop. What part you send me? Have you not noticed how obviously you can point out my flaws during a live stream? Let's see, I think I need to go down. Yeah, this way. Grandma would never make it across the road. She gets grabbed by the pterodactyls. Well, we're talking about the real world version. You just get exhausted. Like the size of a tennis court in one lane. This is blocked off. Oh, there it is. Oh, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Yeah, you can get a slide off. There was a key. Ooh, goody, health drink. I wonder what a health drink actually tastes like. Cough syrup? Monster? Alright, there's 2 keys down. We'll drink another one of these, because I don't want to die from, things kicking me in the back of the head. Is this the Silent Hill with the dog secret ending? Does the first one have this dog secret ending? I don't remember if the first one has it or not. I think that started in 2, didn't it? The dog ending? I know this got an alien in. Wait, does this one have the alien ending in as well? I don't recall what endings this game has. I think this one doesn't have any joke endings, does it? Oh no. Silent Hill 2. Yeah, I think Silent Hill 2 is where the joke endings began. Also, GMC give it a sub to a Runestorm. Hey, Runestorm. How you doing tonight, man? Alright, next one is up at the bridge. So we just go straight up. There's only bad... Yeah, I know that there's endings all focused around, the bad good stuff. I think the joke endings became the thing in Silent Hill 2. Are you gonna do all the things for the... I'm gonna try to get the good ending, yes. It's not actually that difficult. You really just gotta, like, do 2 things, isn't it? You gotta save Sybil during her boss fight by getting some, like, goo to throw on her. I think, isn't it? That's really all there is to it, from what I recall. And then you gotta... Yeah, I think. I might be wrong. Pretty sure there's an alien abduction ending in this one. I think... it might be, but I'm thinking that was also 2. Gotta get that... Agalopopus, that stuff. You can't miss it though if you don't know where to get it. It's like you have to go off the beaten path to find it, I think. Key of the lion, will you take it? Anything else in that? Give me the bullets. Give me the bullets. From what I remember, Sybil seemed to really enjoy the goo Harry... it's kind of hard to tell because she is shooting you at the time when you throw it at her. Have to deal with Kaufman's quest? Yeah, but I think that's just really you, like, find, like, a... You, like, go back into his office and find that he, like, spilled some kind of liquid at one point, and then you, like, find him later. You find, like, I think it's a garage or something? Alright, now we got all 3 keys. We go back and put him in the doghouse. I mean, put him in the house, which is all the way back over there on 11th Street. Alright, so... Go back down this way. You got Borderlands 3 for about 60 or so. My big gaming purchase today was, paying for my Steam Deck. I'm looking forward to that getting here. I think I'm going to be playing a lot of indie games on that I've, never had time for. Because I didn't really feel like playing them on my desktop. Lucky? Well, I had to pay... I put in my order for it like a year ago, and was it like July last year when it first popped up? So I reserved it back then. So there's people who got it earlier this year than me. Pre-ordered Cyberpunk and Duke Nukem Forever the day before they launched? Really? How many of you, heard about the Duke Nukem Forever, 2001, leak that happened recently? Like, the original, version of the game, or, I think it's, the original Unreal Engine 1 version of the game that someone leaked. And is now playable, I believe? Another Steam Deck user. I got mine the 2nd week of release, which was the first... Yeah, I remember I was trying to order it back when it first popped up, but the Steam crashed on me, and I couldn't get my order through, so I had to wait, a couple hours later. So mine slipped to, summer of, Q2. But my email popped up today. I was like, yeah, I'll go ahead and grab that. Right, we just keep running and we'll get there. Have you done anything special with yours, like installed Windows on it, or are you leaving it as the same as it is? It seems like a lot of like people like you can do a lot with it if you like really want to like, you know, modify it somewhat, both software and hardware wise. Is this my turn off? This game really does make you feel like you're in a place you've never been before, because like, oh, let me check the map. Only in modern days, but let me check the GPS again. Duke Nukem Forever came out in 2000. Oh, I'm talking about Duke Nukem, Duke Nukem. Wait, what was the more recent one? Duke Nukem Infinite or whatever it was? I forget. The one that everyone sucked and no one cared about. It took forever to make. It was always free. Yeah, Duke Nukem Forever is the one. Yeah, are you like gaslighting me? Yeah, Duke Nukem 3D came out well before 2001. This game really makes me feel like a hill. Weirdly enough, there are no hills in Silent Hill that I'm aware of. Or at least none worth, naming the town after. SteamOS works perfectly fine. Windows in the deck, pretty awful, especially since Steam Proton runs the majority of Windows games. Sometimes better performance in Windows. Elden Ring comes to mind. Yeah, I wasn't planning to really change, put Windows on it, because I already have a desktop for that. Alright, how's my health looking? Right. The Woodman. Oh, you good there going for it, right? Scarecrow next? No, Scarecrow. You gotta wonder though, like, why would the spooky town have a knowledge of like old movies, like the demon that controls everything happening right now? Like, oh yeah, the demon has watched that movie. It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have to put my locks and name it after it. Which deck version? Mine was the 256 gigabyte version. I probably should have got the best one with the most memory and like the screen. I was like, you know what? Didn't feel like spending an extra $100 on it. Wizard of Oz was a book first. Well, true, but I still don't expect a demon to know about it and like make a puzzle based around it. It's unlocked. What? It's getting dark again. What's going on? It's like the Shakespeare puzzle and some other. Yeah, apparently Silent Hill, the town, has a knowledge of famous literature and movies. I mean, a lot of the street names are named after, well, the street names would be chosen by people, but are named after horror stuff as well. You got the 256 one, too. The anti-glare coating wasn't worth the extra money. Yeah, I think it was like the more memory space is what you're really paying for. But you can apparently upgrade the memory space pretty easily by either sticking a new SSD into it, or just a memory card, so it wasn't a big, thing for me. Silent Hill, the town, is secretly a graduate student in a liberal arts college. I mean, it's just a little bit... Silent Hill's a little bit like a cute town, because they want to name everything after, like, something famous. You get the Bates Motel. I think there's, like, a King Avenue somewhere. It's really noisy as fuck. Well, they do like industrial rock. You went to a liberal arts college? I mean, it's not bad. The worst thing you could do. I wonder if you guys ever tried modding this game to add, like, RTX line. You know what? For a PlayStation 1 game, they didn't do a bad job of making, like, the lighting work really well. You know, this game was made on a really tiny budget, too. Like, it was made... Literally, this game was developed by a team on Konami that kicked off all the other games they were working on for not doing a very good job or something, or that didn't do very well. They're allowed to make teams silent to make work on this game, like on a shoestring budget. What graphics card do I currently have? Currently I have a 1080 Ti. So it's getting up there in years, but it's still doing me well since I only play games at 1080, P. I'm hoping to get, like, I'm guessing I'll wait for a 4000 series card this year. Maybe if I can get one. If not, I'll go over a 3000 series, and then I'll be able to play games at 4K. But for right now, the 1080 Ti is still doing me pretty well. Dar, would you ever do longer streams? I've done several 5-hour and 8-hour streams. It's just only when I need to. I don't want to, like, wear myself out by doing, 8-hour streams every day. I usually wait until, like, I really want to, like, put a lot of hours in for something in particular. You looking to sell your 1080? I'd probably keep it and put it in my other computer. I keep my older computer as, like, a backup in case anything were to happen to this one. Or something, or, like, if something were, like, the GPU were to break. I like having that there as, like, okay, I got, I can, keep doing what I need to do to eat. Findings entirely vertex-based in Sunny 1, yeah, but you know what? I guess it's because the resolution is so well. It still actually works and, like, makes dark shit dark and bright shit. I'm very good at describing things. But, having, like, a render distance of, like, 10 feet also kind of helps, I guess. Oh. Local man runs from animals. News at 11. Let's see. Okay, I need to make a left at Midwich. Imagine pretending you remember Death Stranding. I don't need to pretend. It's, still fresh in my mind. Fun fact, the vertex-based lighting is only possible because the developers also had to tessellate every mesh to counteract the affine texture distortion. Oh yeah, the wobbly textures that PS1s you did, like the geometry would, like, shift around you sometimes. I mean, they clearly, like, did the best they could. I mean, some of, like, the stuff they did is, even though it's really mucky looking, really works for a horror experience. So they're like, you know what? We can't really make things look too good because we're using 3D actual, maps instead of 2D backgrounds like Resident Evil. They just make the render distance like 10 feet in front of you with fog and darkness. God damn it, these things stop chasing me ever. Okay, I need to, like, okay, I'm in front of the school. What was this game released on originally? PlayStation 1. In fact, I don't think it was ever released on anything other than the PlayStation 1, because you can't, yeah, because I don't think it's for sale. I don't think there's ever a PC version of it. Get me inside. It's eerie, AR in Silent Hill, a bust, because goddamn, those are big, yeah, I mentioned before the roads are, like, ridiculously, tennis court sized. It's just kind of funny. I mean, everything, sometimes with, like, old PS1 games, scale was really thrown off. Just because of limitations. Like, yeah, we have to make it big or else you wouldn't even know what it is. That's why all the PlayStation 1 toilets you could fall right into. America. Morning. What's up, my guy? How you doing? How's my health looking? I got whacked in the head. Okay, I can take it from more hits. We're in, the school, chat. Famous location. One of the scariest moments you ever had playing a video game is in this area? I mean, yeah, I can understand that. Like I said, for me, like, the opening, where you're going through the alleyways and the camera swooping around really freaked me out as a kid. It's like, because I wasn't used to camera movements in a game. Right, let's not go to the courtyard. Bad stuff out there. More Ronaldo Gordon. This must be the list of teachers. Written in blood. 12 o'clock. A place where songs and sound. A silver guidepost is untapped and lost tongues. Awakening at the ordained order. Those are members of Sonic Youth's last names? What? Sonic Youths? Is that a band I don't know about? School, yeah, I know about the school being designed after the Kindergarten Cop one. Who is your daddy and what does he do? Well, my cookies. No, that's from a different movie, but you know, who is your daddy though? That comes from it. It's written in blood. Alchemy Laboratory, 10 p.m. or whatever. Gold is in an old man's palm. The future hidden in his fist. Exchange for sage's water. Famous band from the 80s, huge influence on Nirvana. Really? Jam it. Picture of a door. Don't know who drew it, but it is certainly in bad taste. It's just a fucking door. Such bad. I didn't know you're such an art critic, you know, Harry. Like, oh. Maybe not. Maybe the body's hanging up is a bad place for a school art piece of art like that, but come on. Also, bad taste for a school bullets. Yeah, what are these doing here, by the way? That seems a little out of place. Remember when I said I could do last? And I well, no, we're just quoting nothing but Arnold Schwarzenegger movies now, aren't we? That doesn't age well. Well, to be honest, it's aged pretty well because it's pretty like, oh, you know, in America you would find that. It's probably what the Japanese developers reasoned. Locked. Camera turn, please. Thank you. It's American school. What are you talking about? Well, maybe this is in Texas after all. And, you know, having the guns in it wouldn't make sense. Oh, that's a big bet. Remember what I told you about the scale being all sorts of fucked up? I'll drink. First aid. Yeah, we don't need 2 doghouse safes. Your school didn't have bullets sitting out in the open like everyone else? No, but I do remember my school taking me on like a gun safety day where we went out to like a range and shot 22 rifles. America, you know. How many of you Europeans got to shoot guns and earn your school credit for it? I did. Yeah, my school, like, you know, sent everyone in my grade out to, like, a gun range, and, like, you know, to shoot 22 rifles one day. I mean, gun safety is important, you know. Gotta know how to, like, you know, shoot something. Can we not talk about guns in schools? Well, I'm gonna be using this gun at a school. I'm gonna be shooting things that are child size, so we're gonna have to, like, you'll get over this, aversion right now. Alright, so we're gonna go out to the courtyard now. Honestly, safety classes aren't something bad. I mean, you had to take, you gotta learn to drive in other places, right? Learn that young too, but not at school. I think the inspiration from this is more like Pennsylvania. I always feel like we're like a Mainville from Silent Hill. I'm still in school and I didn't do that. Yeah, I'm guessing it's only a southern school thing. Remember reading about a Marine that would take his 22 to school so he could find dinner for himself on the way home? A Marine who is going to school? You mean college? I'm a little confused about that. Oh. They're armed, chat. I'm allowed to fight back. Don't tell the media about this game. A silver moon. A golden sun. Before he was a Marine going to school. Oh, okay. I mean, did he not have food at home? Or did he just really enjoy the taste of venison? And also, if you do actually kill a deer one day and going home, that deer's gonna last you for more than a few days, so you don't have to go do it every time. Things are stopped at 10 p.m. Time to start popping off kids. Well, they are like based off school bullies, I believe. Yeah, I wonder if this was like a, you know, a school for like rich kids. It looks very, I mean, they got like a courtyard and everything. This is like a private school, right? He ate an entire deer every day. Dude was fucking jacked. I mean, that is a lot of meat. I mean, there's a lot of meat on a deer, unless he's killing like baby deers or something. Came from a big family and there always wasn't enough food. I mean, this sounds like it's an old, like, what, like a 1950s? I don't know. But hey, I guess you gotta do your part for the family, right? Ow, my ass! Oh, shit. My only weakness. Funny in retrospect, but a whole tips no longer Harry aims the enemy, the higher the accuracy. I did not know that. Whole fantasy from Cheryl's perspective that her dad comes and takes her care of all of her fears and murders. God, yeah, pretty much. It is something like that. But yeah, you don't really realize that all the monsters are based off her fears, really, until Silent Hill 2 comes up, though. And where they actually make it very obvious that, you know, the monsters are... Well, actually, even there, they don't really make it too obvious, but... I know, I did not realize that when I played through the first time, that's what the monsters are all based off of. Dart's story came too close. His legacy will be carried on by Dartigan Jr., second of his name. Ah, yes. He'll be even more powerful than me. The ways passed down. So I think I need to go outside again, right? Yeah. Alright, let's not try to die this time, so... Let me go ahead and, like, get my health up to, like, good status. All these old horror games predict the rise of Fitbits and, like, you know, health, you know, monitoring. You know, I never realized that mechanic where you hold the longer you hold the gun on them, the more better your aim gets. Oh shit, he's alive. No sleep, only dreams. Think we'll ever get a new Silent Hill? That is the question everyone is asking themselves, isn't it? And also, you know, torturing themselves with. Like, man, I just need that Silent Hill, bro. I'll do anything. And you know what? You better be careful being that desperate for it, because Konami might actually make it one day, and then you'll just... What's better, no Silent Hill game, or like you get one and it's really bad? What is better, chat? Which one would you rather have happen? Because it's likely going to be one or the other. What about the one coming up behind me? Literally cutting my balls off. Stop it! Ow. I think some franchises just need to stay dead, and Silent Hill is one of them. I mean, obviously a lot of people disagree with you and want a new one. Wow, that 2 hits nearly killed me. I'm really going through these things. Desperate Thought Zombie? Technically there are Thought Zombie... Well, they are just like working... There are just nurses in this one. They don't get to the creepy nurses until like the second game, but... So I can't really call them thoughts, because that feels disrespectful. Silent Hill in VR would be really cool, maybe. Just because something's in VR doesn't necessarily make it good, though. Has to be done well. Lock is jammed, this door can't be opened. So this is why? This is... Why what? You can see now the YouTubers saying how heartbroken they are of their childhood horror franchise. Okay, you should not be playing this game as a kid. Or any Silent Hill game. But I'm pretty sure like Silent Hill has already been like despoiled by several of the more recent games made. So that story has already been done. Really shaking that zombie away from your balls? I mean, you gotta shake when anything gets close to them. Ain't supposed to be there. Oh, it's like the little shadow baby. I don't think these things even, like, harm you. They're just, like, creepy. Minigames meant for adults or played as kids. That's because the parents weren't paying too much attention. Alright, I don't think this door will open. Ghost penguin? Yeah, I don't know what it is. I forget. I think there's like lore behind it that people speculated over. And over this way is what? I guess we can check over there. What happened to your PFP logo? I changed it to a slightly different one that I've had for years and just never used. Locked. Alright, so only one way to go now. Oh, wait, I never did try the door down across the courtyard to take me over there, did I? And again, I think that's locked too, right? I should probably go back and check real quick. Did the rainbow quit its job, or did I fire it? I just, I've had it for like years and years, and I'm probably gonna have something else new made, and I want to like stick with this one forever, because this is the only thing different about this one is a different color in the background. So, even this one won't stick around. Is this door locked? Okay, it was locked. Gotta come down from the stairs. Trying to control Harry sometimes, like trying to steer a motorcycle that doesn't have handlebars. Alright, so... which way? I need to go to my left. This LGBT message is over my IQ. I never actually had an LGBT message. It's just some people assumed I did because I wanted something that looked a little dumb. And I didn't really want people congratulating me something over something I wasn't doing. Felt wrong. But also I just, kind of tired of it. Had it forever. Oh, word, chat. Whatever I end up getting for real, to replace it for real, you'll love it. You'll love just as much. Wonder if Harry ever sat there and thought about Lisa in the years later, like, man, bet she fucked like a weasel. I mean, well, she did have a lot of mental issues. It's a possibility. But you know what? Harry was all about raising his daughter after that point. Unlocked. Hey, Mr. Red. Yeah, now you can just call me like a dirty socialist because it's a red background, I guess. Bro, you just started playing this game. Really? How odd. I mean, not really. I mean, it is an old game, so maybe you just, like, got nostalgic. Let's see. What's better than monster, ghost, crack addict, sex? I don't know, something about the crack addict, though, really turns me off. Not the monster ghost, just the crack addict. Obvious answer is to replace the red background with America flag. Well, that's even more of a big little statement. Like I said, the new one I get might not even have my face on it. I might go for something a bit, different or original. I'm just not sure yet. I gotta do some thinking. So we got restrooms. Has to involve a cow or burger. I don't think it'll have either of those. Here? Nope. Make the new icon Dex. Nah, she's not important enough to the stream to have her own icon. I need to say something that's, more in tune with my nature, chat. Makes me look like a Soviet commander. I mean, yeah, you could just put me right inside a Red Alert game, couldn't you? I'm going to the one place that hasn't been polluted by capitalism. Space! That's really the only thing I know much about Red Alert. Or was it Command and Conquer? It's Command and Conquer Red Alert. The jump scare in the Silent Hill 2 bathroom made me turn the game off for weeks. You know what? That's a sign of a good jump scare, I guess. If it got you that much. Sadly, the bathrooms don't really have much going on with them here. Let's see. Alright. Oops. We got the teacher's room we can try out. Oh. Nothing inside. This is an umbrella flag background that it vary you because you love West. Yeah, but I'm not really like constantly playing Resident Evil games though. Only the new ones. I will give the Silent Hill movie the bathroom janitor monster and the dolls in the second one had a bathroom janitor monster. I remember there was a scene in the bathroom where the nurse comes out, wasn't there? It's really, I don't really remember too much about it. I remember the scene where also like they have Pyramid Head rip a girl's skin off, and that was, you know, alright, that was a nice scene. Weirdly enough. Alright, let's see. I guess we'll try everything down this hallway first. According to one astronaut, in space everyone can hear you poop. Well, there's the thing, in space there's no real restrooms. Oh shit! They literally have nothing but a curtain between you and them. And you're like in something the size of a closet. So yeah, they probably can. And then you have to use like a vacuum as well while you're using it, so that would probably cover up actually any sounds. The movie had the guy all wrapped up in barbed wire in a scorpion pose since he was supposed to be some kind of pedo at her school. Oh, yeah, I don't remember that many details of that movie. What's my health at? I'm breathing a little hard. You know what? Let's get the full health by using one of these instead of using up all my health drink. Dyson announces new super silent vacuum astronaut starts sweating. Are they the ones who build the poop vacuum for the International Space Station? For irony, you could get a Spec Ops line. Why, chat? Chat, you love irony too much. These are games I have not played in years and don't think about that often. Odor, you should also get like a, you know, something that relates to like your Assassin's Creed, your games you love. What? Let's see. We got two doors here. One of them, this one just goes back outside. I don't think classrooms usually come with two front doors like that, but alright. Weird design. Or even have interconnecting doors like this from classroom to classroom. The Japanese classroom, really? I mean, I thought it was based off like, well, wait, do Japanese classrooms have that? Like I said, it's all based off the kindergarten cop movie school, so you think that, I guess I'll just take it that, okay, in Japanese schools, the classrooms are connected by, you know, multiple doors. But then, why aren't they sliding doors as well? Like Spec Ops The Line, the story is probably out of my favorites, but the gameplay is genuinely awful. Yeah, the gameplay is god-awful garbage. I had to, like, you'll stutter that line out because for some reason even thinking that game pisses me off. Bathrooms. Think about it, in anime, the classroom have two doors, front and rear. Some of them go between the rooms. I don't really watch a lot of anime and don't notice that kind of detail. One thing I know about anime classrooms is the main character always sits in the back seat next to the window. I heard crying children, but you know what? Nothing now. You know what? Still nothing on the burping ladies in Silent Hill 4. Also, could get a PFP that's a QR code of your channel. That would just be weird looking, though, in my opinion. Like, if you're gonna get something like that, it also has to, like, link to something, or else people get pissed off if you misled them. Dead by Daylight. If you stand by one of the stalls in the Midwich Elementary School, you can hear the crying. Well, they have a level based on Silent Hill in that, don't they? Oh yeah, they did add Pyramid Head to it. Never mind, they do. Why do children have bullets and knives? Because it's American school, goddammit. And they want to be protected. Let's wait a minute. Let's see. Yeah, we got this hallway. Yeah, we'll go down this. Pyramid Head and Cheryl and the Midwich Elementary School level at the same time. There's also a jump scare in that level where a corpse will fall out of a locker. Oh, okay. Though Cheryl being chased by a Pyramid Head is a weird thing to happen. You know, it's a rich school. They actually have a grand piano instead of one of those, like, cheapo stand pianos that are, like, really tiny. It won't open. Old doesn't look odd. Doesn't look locked, though. Describing Dartigan's current experience, huh? It's written in blood. A tale of birds without a voice. First flew the greedy pelican, eager for the reward. White wings flailing, then came a silent dove, flying beyond the pelican as far as he could. A raven flies, and flying higher than the dove, just to show that he can. A swan glides in to find the peaceful spot next to another bird. Finally out comes a crow, coming quickly to a stop, yawning and then napping. Who will show the way? Who will be the key? Who will lead to the silver reward? I forget what this puzzle was. Moving on. Don't make sense, it's called poetry. The first Silent Hill didn't have randomized puzzles. Right? I don't think it does, no. Yeah, it has puzzle difficulty where you, like, change up, so, like, your hints will be, like, more obtuse. Is what they do. I don't think any of the Silent Hill games have randomized puzzles, do they? I know it's ridiculous, but as a kid I always hated those moans of suffering that accompanied Necron's arrival in Final Fantasy IX. Oh yeah, that's good stuff, though. And then the music kicks in. What do you think it's going to be, chat? Don't spoil. Remember Silent Hill 2's door code combination you couldn't enter or look up because it was randomized? Well, that's actually to keep you from cheating, so you couldn't look it up. So something like that can be randomized, but most of them don't require number implements. Meow. Cat, so where are all the other pets in Silent Hill? That didn't sound like a cat being eaten. It sounded like a dog. Nothing inside. You run into all the dogs? Well, why weren't the cats turned into, like, monsters? Nothing here? I'm here just for the moment. Kill the cat. Secret is that cats are already monsters. Well, true, but they're more refined. Alright, moving on. Fuck. That scene with the sound was so fucking scary when you played it. I mean, I can understand if you're like a kid, you're being terrified by anything in the game. Where am I at? I don't want to go down yet, so we'll go to the classrooms. Kick him, Harry. Game traumatized you? Damn, man. Stirring up all sorts of old memories. What's the best stat to upgrade in Elden? Well, there is no key best stat, all based on what you want to play the game as. So depending on what you're using and want to use, you gotta upgrade stats according to that. Wolf. Maybe traumatized is too strong a word, but it did fuck with me up. I mean, I can understand it. I mean, kids get scared easily. I understand totally. Let's go across. Your balls and ass must be non-existent at this point. Well, Harry's only kid is one he adopts, so maybe there is something to that. Okay. There's not really much to do in these classrooms until like the next world change, if I recall. Alright. Has the game ever made you cry as an adult? Never like full out weeping, but I've gotten like, I can feel the emotion stirring behind me. Also, first time viewers from both Vamp Chef and Follow and Nat Asuli. Thank you guys so much. Did I get raided by someone? Oh, hey, Sinzin. Sorry, I almost didn't notice that. Thank you for the raid of, what, about 65 people? Thank you. How was your stream, my man? Or lady? Not sure which one. But hey, hope you had a good stream, and hello, Sinzin viewers. Hopefully you like Silent Hill, because we're having a good time. Aren't we, chat? Tell the new people how good of a time you're having. Yeah, I was wondering why there's so many new people chatting for a second. I was like, oh, wait a minute. That's a bit odd. Have you ever played Mother 3? No, but I could... Wait, which Mother game comes on that small Super NES that I have? I know one of them does, but I could play one of them. But I had a Super Nintendo, so I never got to play them. Help, we're trapped. Hey, don't tell them about the locked doors. Yeah, chatting about bullets and incest. Chat is happy. What? It's been like an hour since the incest conversation, alright? Don't bring up old shit. We're having a good time and we don't have a gun to our heads and there are no locked doors keeping you inside. Exactly. Right, I need to check out what, the library now? Yes, the library. Good evening. Hey, Black Film Geek, how you doing? 192 viewers. Well, I did just get a raid of like 65 people, so that helps the numbers a little bit, you know. Library, please. But hey, raids are nice. I don't actually get raided too often, mainly because I'm like bad at making friends. So I appreciate it when it happens. People in the South don't do reverse cowgirl because you don't turn your back. Yeah, I've never heard that one before, and it's pretty good. I'll give you that. Mother 3 was never released outside Japan, but they have a fan trend. Yeah, okay. Like I said, I don't know too much about them other than they inspired Undertale. No useful books. Harry hates to read. I'll be your friend. Well, thank you. Would you? Where's my shadowy penguin friend at? Squeaky Toy of Destiny. I think there was like one of those shadow doll people in here, and I just couldn't see it. I recommend you play it as it has a pretty good story. Like it's about like an alien taking over a town, right? Why would anyone want to live in Silent Hill? Well, apparently, no, Silent Hill, Silent Hill is a weird place. There's like multiple realities. You have the normal town, which is where everyone lives. And then you have the fucked up shit where it like pulls you into the fog world or the hell world. Or also the weirder worlds in the later sequels that don't really make a lot of sense. Also, Wooden Screams. Thank you for the sub to Carebones, man. So most people will live in Silent Hill their entire life and never experience any of this. Because it's taken, there's like multiple realities, that are layered on top of it. Let's see, to the Library Reserve. They got a Library Reserve? No need to read any... Must kill. Does Silent Hill take place in the good realities? Very little of Silent Hill gameplay ever takes place in the actual reality that we live in, where all the people are. Usually those only appear at the end of them when they escape. Maybe the very beginning of it, right before they get drawn into, like, the fog world. But generally all the rest of it takes place in, like, the creepy zones. You change your logo, what for? Several reasons. One, I'm planning to have an entirely new one made. But I decided, like, this actually is the original logo. I just never used it before. This is the one I rejected because, like, I wanted something goofier looking. And, you know what? However, it's been confusing a lot of people recently. So I was like, you know what? I'll use the less confusing one too. Also, apart from the fucked up world part, yeah, I think it is a pretty place. Yeah, it's just like, it's actually a vacation town, actually. I mean, this place has how many, carnivals? Silent Hill is a weird town even in the reality because you have, like, multiple hospitals, a subway, according to, like, the more recent game, big-ass lake, a big-ass, hotel, and then there's, like, 2 theme parks, I think, and a mall. Or no, the mall's in the next town over, isn't it? But, Silent Hill is an awfully big place for what's called a sleepy small town. Like, where Heather was just at the mall, then it became hall. Yeah, well, that's actually the next town. I think that's Brahms, isn't it? The town over from it. Then she goes to Silent Hill after her, like, dad is, killed by that weird, weird guy on the roof. Yeah, you think Harry's gonna raise his daughter in Silent Hill after what happened to him? To be honest, though, Harry should have moved a lot further away than, like, the next town over. That was a mistake on his part. Like, I'm gonna just one town over, we'll be safe there. Was a tourist spot for a while? I think it still is, actually. James, honey, I'll be in our special place. Ray Liotta done. Yeah, we talked about that earlier. Sad times. I'm guessing it was drugs, so hopefully he went out having a good time. Harry did a really shit job at running from Silent Hill to escape a cult if he went to one. Yeah, he was like one town over in driving distance of, like, So, yeah, he could have, like, gone across... I would have gone across country at that point. Maybe go to Europe. Maybe that'd be a better place to raise Cheryl. Or Heather. Alright, what do we have here? This is the lab. Alright, let's go into the lab. Go to space. Little expensive. Harry is just like a writer. I don't think he's even a particularly good writer based on what his apartment looked like in Silent Hill 3. Chemical. I will take chemical. Plot twist, he moves to Europe, but that is Resident Evil 4's village. Yeah. He crossed over. He's like, you know what? I think we'll live in, like, not Spain for a while. I hear, like, monster music, but I don't see any monsters in here. I'm still wondering if we're going to actually see a trailer for the Resident Evil 4 potential remake that we keep hearing about this year. Ethan Winters tried taking his daughter to Europe. Yeah, but that was just because of bad writing. Like, somehow they moved right next to the source of, like, the mold. Like, what? Alright, well, I got chemical. Harry's in Silent Hill 3. Yes and no. Depends on, his state, because he's only there as a dead person. Alright, so I really just got to the chemical from here. Okay, so... yeah, I need to go downstairs to those other rooms now. Doesn't need a remake, it's perfect. Yeah, but they're still making one. Do I need to unlock this door? I might need to. Nope. So what's my health at? I don't want to like die after doing all that crap. Alright, we're good. You saw a car with a Resident Evil and Umbrella Corporation sticker on the other day. I can beat. There's even more weirder shit than that. You know that. This is a little serious. Not really a serious discussion, but you know that lab everyone was saying COVID might have leaked from. Its logo is literally looks similar to the Umbrella logo. It's like the fuck, or I don't know if that was true or not. I remember seeing images of it, but you can never tell how much is like not bullshit on the internet. And I never really looked into it. I just laughed at it and moved on. But supposedly, like the Wuhan lab. The bio lab had a very similar logo to Resident Evil's Umbrella Corporation. We got a remake of Resident Evil 4 already. What they called it, Resident Evil. Well, actually, I'd say the remake was Village, but also Dead Space. The blue-white Umbrella logo. I'll see. I never looked in to see if it was real or not. It might just be some bullshit someone posted, like, "Hey, check out the Wuhan Labs thing." So I don't want to stand by that statement as being like, "Yeah, this is totally factual." Code Veronica does need a remake, by the way. What happened to the Code Veronica YouTube video? You never made it. I still had the footage from it, I just never made a video. And not only does that, if you wanted to remake that one, I recommend you ditch everything about Code Veronica and just make something completely different. Maybe using the same characters, but a completely different plot, because it was pretty shit. Global saturation. Oh. Where's my squeaky person at? I think this is like the invisible one, right? There's like invisible one somewhere. They're just there like kind of fuck with you. Oh shit. I was taking a drink. How much ammo do I have? But don't you want to see Steve Burnside come back? Let's just say that... No. Just, you know what? No. He's like the worst character in all the franchise. And that's dealing with, you know, other annoying characters. This wannabe gangster kid. Who ends up being a linchpin of the series because, you know, that's where, like, Wesker gets his hands on, like, you know, the Veronica virus from. So he turned into, like, a shitty boss fight later on. Where am I now? Okay, where... Okay, I need to check the classrooms in the hall up there. Why is a room called a hall? Well, okay, that seems like... Oh, I guess there are places called halls, but that just feels like a weird thing. Father... Yes, exactly. I don't know why I said that like I was System of a Down all of a sudden. Father, father, father... Yeah, maybe put the lead singer of System of a Down into, you know, replace that character from Code Veronica. He yells father in a far more interesting way. A biotechnology company in China did exist, and it was in Shanghai. The logo is pretty similar. Okay, so it wasn't the Wuhan lab, so there was a bit of bullshit to it. I'm glad I at least, you know, figured there was probably some bullshit to it. Why have you forsaken me? Why have you I can't do the key of any song, obviously. I only have one tone of voice, and it's opera singer. So, sorry if I butchered anything. Do the uwu voice for the Raiders, the uwu voice. But I don't really have an uwu voice. I have a stupid uwu joke. Oh, we're in the special ed classroom, are we? Don't worry, the chalky milk and the cookies are coming. Have Liquid Snake's voice actor say, Father... Father! Brother! Sister! You know, they never did actually make, like, a female clone, did they? We'll have to wait till Metal Gear Solid 6 for that to become a new plot point. I'm your long-lost sister, Snake. Call me Cancel... No. I just thought it was something really funny. Snake, for this mission, for the purpose of this mission, your code name will be Cancel, Snake. Cancel, Snake. Exactly, Snake. Alright, there's nothing else in there, is there? Of course they didn't. Girls are yucky. Well, on the Metal Gear Solid universe, they're not. There's really nothing in here. Alright, to the hall then. Lock is jammed, okay. Westeros, yeah, but she was, you know, that was a different game. We're talking about, you know, oh, Metal Gear Solid 4 canceled the Patriots. I mean, that's kind of like what the entire point was. But you know, if Snake ever got like a, you know, a Twitter account, he'd do some stupid shit, get himself canceled. It's just inevitable. Alright, we're in, you know, the basement now. Making very slow progress. Appears to be broken. There is a switch. Do you want to press the switch? Nothing appears to happen. The valve is tightly shut. Can't move. Don't know what it is for. Better leave it alone. You know what? That's a responsible adult for you. Turns out the Patriots were cancelled. You did this happen. How did this happen? Over 100 years ago. But Twitter didn't even exist. I mean, hey, Kojima got a lot of other stuff right about how the internet was gonna like shape up, and in Metal Gear Solid 2. You could do something on canceling. All right, so is there? What progress have I made again? Okay, let me check the storage. All right, so in terms of inventory, I think I picked up chemical, and that was it, right? The label reads concentrated hydrochloric acid found in the lab equipment room. Just drink it. Alright. So there was the piano puzzle. And something else. Yeah, there was something in there. Was there something in the reception? So yeah, there's a piano puzzle. Wait, did I not go in the chemistry lab? I think I didn't. Yeah, I forgot to go in the chemistry lab. Alright. Now, Fat Man would be name remain heavy set man. I mean, I think you should call him Fat Man. I think it's still possible. So, how far am I in the game? We're in the school right now. And, you know, having some difficulty. And, okay, need to go up one floor, yeah. It's like, it's been a long time and I don't remember how to solve these puzzles. Vamp, who's called that because he's a... not called that because he's a vampire, but because he's bisexual? I don't believe that for a second. That sounds like, you know, after the fact bullshitting. Alright, straight up and over. We already did the impossible piano puzzle? I just looked at it, I didn't do a puzzle. All I've done so far in this school is pick up a can of chemicals. Will Metal Gear Solid 2 stay? It's still stupid. That sounds like the same level of bullshit, like, trust me, when you find out why Quiet doesn't wear any clothes, you'll cry. And it's like, oh, she photosynthesizes. Okay. What difficulty? This is normal difficulty. Oh, wait a minute. Statue of an old man's hand. Finest, the fist shut tight as if never to let go. Do I use the hydrochloric acid? That's how you make a statue, you know, let go. Yes, hydrochloric acid on a stone. But Dart, she's hot, so that gets a pass. Well, that's the whole point of why she's like half naked. But he was trying to claim it was for some smart reason. Like, no, it's not because I'm sexualizing her, it's because she needs to breathe. Alright, we got one thing, we need the other sigil, which I guess we get from the piano, right? Kojima's a very horny TJ. Well, the thing is, Kojima's kink is piss, not women. Kojima could just fessed up and said he liked boob. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like... I'm not gonna like, rag on someone for liking, the female form. I mean, I like it too. Just be honest about it. Don't try to, like, dress up your, like, your horniness with, like, some intellectual shit. It's like, just... You want her to be a hot character, I get it. Totally get you. Don't try to make it cerebral. I mean, I'm not that dumb. Didn't Otacon bang his stepmom? Well, his stepmom... It's more like his stepmom seduced him and banged him. Considering his dad was Huey, who fucking cares? Have I played all Silent Hill games? I've actually only played a bit of this one. I never finished it. But in terms of the main games, I've played, 2, 3, 4... And then Homecoming and, Downpour. I haven't played the remake of this game, which is Wild Ice stuff. Or the Book of Memories, whatever it's called. And there's also like a light gun game, which I haven't played. Really made Huey into a sad man, which is weird. Isn't he like sort of like an okay character in like the Peace Walker game? Not The Room? No, I played The Room. I mean, that's what Silent Hill 4 is, The Room. Okay, so, the only thing the piano room is all that's left, right? Yeah, we need to get the sigil from that. He's a womanizer in that game? Well, to be fair, they are in like the 50s and 60s, so everyone's gonna be a womanizer. That's a weird thing to say. To be fair, everyone was a womanizer back then. It's not really a very good excuse, is it, when you think about it? Did I stream Silent Hill 3? Yes. Every Silent Hill game I've actually streamed. No, that I played this one. Huey just had a big crush on Dr. Strangelove for all of the Peace Walker, and she's a lesbian, and then he, like, actually they have a kid together, don't they? And then he, like, kills her? It's kind of fucked up. Now that I know, I don't know who, like, I didn't play Peace Walker, so it's a bit of a mystery to me. How did he manage to get a lesbian to, like, have a kid with him? Seems like that's a bit of a difficult challenge. Also, wasn't like the Dr. Strangelove also hitting on an underage girl like that? The blonde-haired girl. I believe I've heard something about that. Paz, yeah, Paz. She wasn't underage. Well, technically not, but she was playing an underage as a cover. All right, piano. Open odd doesn't look locked though. I don't really know what to do with this thing. Have to put the medallion in the clock tower thing so you can... Oh, okay, that's weird. Okay. See, that would have been the next thing I would have tried just because I would have been out of options, but still like dumb puzzle logic. Alright, let's... Okay, where's the exit? We go downstairs. Big boss can date Paz. Well, isn't that limited like a cutesy scene though? At some point I'll probably end up playing Peace Walker, so I should probably stop paying attention to this conversation. Might be spoiling myself. This way. So we just go all the way to the hallway. Isn't there like a puzzle thing here as well? Written in blood, darkness that brings the choking heat. Flames render the silence, awakening the hungry beast. Oh, okay, it's really says okay. Gotcha. Written in blood and placed with sake. You're disappointed by Peace Walker? I bet you're even more upset by Metal Gear Acid then. Is that even canon, Metal Gear Acid? I never hear people talk about it too much. It's not canon, so it's basically in the same regards as Metal Gear Solid Snake's Revenge. Which was like the second Metal Gear game, but you know, it's not considered canon. Girl might be okay, missing, should search for here. Neither that nor the sequel are. Same with Ghost Babel. Okay, there's a sequel to, okay, there was like an Acid too. And Ghost Babel I'm not familiar with. Though I remember it was like referenced in Metal Gear Solid 2 when the Colonel's going nuts. Silver Moon. Do I have the sun or the Silver Moon? I got the sun. Ghost Babel was the Game Boy game? I don't know. And now I can actually go solve the piano puzzle? Hands are stopped at 12. Okay, that moved the clock ahead, right, didn't it? Okay. Map. Alright, so... go back upstairs. And then to the piano room. Why not? What the hell is that sound? That is the music that plays whenever there's a monster nearby. And it's meant to, like, it is unnerving, you gotta admit. The sound is actually the most important character in a Silent Hill game. You gotta get the sound just right. Acid games are alternative sequels. Alternate sequels of Metal Gear... Wasn't the Acid games has you playing as Big Boss? How could there be sequels of Metal Gear Solid 2? Like alternative sequels, that is. Go down the hallway, yeah. Eventually I'll get the layout down. Play as Snake who has amnesia? Oh. I thought you played as Big Boss in them. Music room. Are they... Yeah, they're like weird card games, aren't they? Chat, I want to propose a rule. If a piano appears in a game, at some point playing it will be required to like unlock a puzzle. Isn't that always the case? You see piano, you know you're going to be playing it. They just can't help themselves. There's some blood on some of the keys. Does this mean anything? Check the piano. Okay. Oh. How do these work? I don't really know what the sequence here is. Devil, you know, where did I go wrong, huh? Okay, that one doesn't play. I'm guessing we go read the blackboard again. Is it the puzzle that was made impossible to do legit because of censorship? Wait, because of blood? It's written in blood. A tale of birds without a voice. First flew the greedy pelican, eager for the reward, white wings flailing. Then came the silent dove, playing beyond the pelican as far as he could. Okay. First flew the greedy pelican. Eager for the reward, white wings, so it's a white key, but I don't know which one would be the pelican. Then you have the silent dove, so like one of the keys that doesn't work, and it's far as away from the pelican as it can be. Raven flies and flying higher than the dove, just to show that he can, so that's a key above the dove. Swan glides in to find a peaceful spot next to another bird. Finally, out comes a crow, coming quickly to a stop, yawning and then napping. Who will show the way? Who will be the key? Who will lead to the silver reward? Pelican with white wings, so first note is white. Well, that really helps. You'd think when you hit the ones that don't work that it means you don't press it, but I guess you do. Dove flying as far beyond the pelican, meaning another white key. Yeah, I got that much of it. Puzzle is so badly designed yet. Not very good, is it? What is it? This is the 2 bottom key, 6 bottom key, top black 5 key, bottom 5 key, and top black first key. So you mean by 2 and 6, you mean second and 6 or something? So this one, the one that doesn't work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the other one that doesn't work. Top black 5 key. 2, 3, 4. This one. Bottom 5 key. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one. And top black first key. Oh, so every one of the keys that doesn't work, essentially. Which is the opposite way you would think you have to solve something. Also, how does there be a switch in the piano that makes something fall off the wall? See, that's the problem with sending a Silent Hill game. None of it makes any sense how the world works. But it can definitely be explained by the fact that it's just like a supernatural fucked up place. Alright, I need to save before I like put this in place because I don't want to potentially die. Not a single Metal Gear Online server. You mean that? Do you mean by Metal Gear Solid 5's multiplayer, or do you mean Metal Gear Survive? I can imagine no one's playing Metal Gear Solid for, 5, Survive. What was the plot of Metal Gear Survive, by the way, for anyone who actually looked into it? How does it tie in with all the Metal Gear lore? Alright, so I need to go. Okay. Clock tower, yeah, I want to save first before I go to the clock tower, though. Ow. I like they have an animation for me, like, running my face into a locker. Outer Heaven Soldier got isekai to a bad... Well, he didn't really isekai anywhere. It's still the same map, isn't it? You were the soldiers who disappeared in the desert when you go save Paz's soldiers with her music? Weird. Metal Gear Solid 5, fuck Metal Gear Survive. Also, I think the plot had something to do with Mother-based Survivor, Ghost, and alternate. Yeah, where did they get that? I never understood how they could, like, you know what? We can make another Metal Gear game, and there's an alternate dimension you go to. It's a bit out there. Was there no save pad here? Is Nemesis in this game? No. Sadly, no. Isn't there a save pad somewhere? I'm done killing your kind. Shit, I don't want to die though. Fuck. I think Kojima's too kind to ever actually disparage anything. He still to this day actually talks nicely about Konami. Let's see. Save icon here in this room. Metal Gear Survive is in the future of Metal Gear 5, and that's why the same map. Oh. Right, so, where was the icon? Where was the pad for saving my game? There was one in the school, right? Hmm. You'd think they'd put that on the map. What's my health looking like? Kojima said about Metal Gear Solid Survive, if I had worked on that game, it would have mexed. And really, I mean, well, of course it would have. Oh shit! Fuck! Bad spawn! Bad spawn! Unfair. Ugh, don't like that damage. Do enemies respawn in this game? I don't think they do they? There it is. I knew it is in the infirmary. Name one Kojima game that doesn't have mechs in it. Well, he made that Boktai game about vampires. He also technically didn't have any, well, giant robots in your Death Stranding. There needs to be a Metal Gear Solid spin-off where you play as a sheep called Mutton Gear. Okay, I guess you just like that because of the punny name. Forgot about Boktai. Yeah, there's that weird game that came with like a solar sensor on the cartridge so you could play it in daylight to kill the vampires, right? I guess there's a reason why no one's playing anymore. It's kind of hard to make a game like that where you can like you'll have the daylight sensor on anything today. Also, yeah, I also made two basically police nuts and then that other game. Though the first one though the scanners whatever it's called had Terminators in it and a little robot Metal Gear technically as well. Let's see. Out this way, right? No, it wasn't Scanners. What was the name of the game? That shit. For some reason, that old game is like my mind is not giving it to me. Yeah. Snatcher, yeah. For some reason, I think it's Scanners. They just Snatcher such a funny word. Also, 1,000 bits from Belial. Whoa, shit, man. Thank you. You having a good night? Hopefully. Missed you. Oh, we missed you too, Dynamite. Okay, I put both of those in place. I thought isn't the world supposed to change? Or do I need to go down to the basement now and do something? I think I need to go down to the basement, don't I? Have I ever played Outer Wilds? Yes, but I didn't play much of it. I kind of got a little tired of it. Boiler room, yes, what was I was thinking? So that's up, we gotta go up, yeah, upstairs. upstairs and then around to go... actually, yeah. Alright. Hey, Vigilante, you have a good night, man. Hope you enjoyed tonight's stream. Silent Hill 1 or Resident Evil 1? In terms of which one's, more amusing, probably Resident Evil 1 just because of all the, hokiness of it. But in terms of which one is a better game, Silent Hill 1 by a country mile. Not even close. It was just doing way more interesting stuff than Resident Evil 1 was doing. Right, so we need to go... Actually, we can go through this door. Just wonder how okay are you all with spoilers and backseat gaming. Generally, I will ask for help if I need it. I always try to figure stuff out and, like, beat my head against the wall first. It's only if I really just do not care about what the game is asking me to do, generally, that I'll like, hey chat, you know what, I don't give a shit about this, tell me what to do here. Or if I get really lost, I'll like, hey chat, which way do I go here? As for spoilers, those are generally... If we're playing a game, and I haven't played it before, or if it's like a game a lot of people in chat hasn't played, we try to avoid the spoilers. Is the way we normally go about it. As for games I'm not playing, if it's old enough, spoilers are also fine. If it's been out for like a decade or so, or maybe even, just a couple of years, I think you have the right to talk about that game. So, it won't get you in trouble, that's what you're wondering. This game is really confusing to play the first time. Well, it is kind of meant to be, because that's what they're kind of going for. I don't want to make that an excuse, though. Some of the puzzles are just badly designed. I don't want to do like, oh, it's meant to be confusing. You're meant to know where to go and what to do next. It's the world you're in. Silent Hill is not like our reality, That's like a Spec Ops Align cop-out. It's like it's meant to be bad and not fun. Country miles. I don't really know what the difference between a mile and a country mile is. I think it's meant to, the country mile is supposed to reference how, like, in the, out in the country, roads often, like, twist and curve around, so to actually get a mile of distance, you're usually driving a lot further than a mile. As per, like, more normal places where the roads are kind of straight. Is this the censored version with the mole people instead of babies? No, I'm fighting babies with knives. I didn't even know there was a different version. Is that like the German version or something? Or the Australian? It's either a German or Australian version, probably, then. Country mile can't give directions. Weird how something in a clock tower makes the boiler work. One of the Euro editions changed it to make to mole folks rather than killer babies. Well, I can understand. Europe is full of pussies. Sorry, but y'all are. I mean, you still seem like fine folk. Valve is tightly shut. Can't move it. Don't know what it is for. Don't leave it alone. Australia is the worst, though, when it comes to censorship of, like, media, though. Like, even, like, the politicians there piss off almost all Australians over how bullshit they are. Valve is okay. I guess we just leave now. We've turned on the generator. We don't really know why, but we have. Door's locked. Americans are afraid of sex. Not sex, nudity. Weirdly enough. But I feel like even that's kind of like faded away. I mean, you don't really, you don't really hear too much about it, like, that anymore, I feel. Like, that seems like it, like, peaked with, like, that, Super Bowl fiasco with, Michael Jackson's sister. I haven't really seen, like, a massive outrage over, like, oh, accidental nudity. Sex in my country? For God and Americans? Let's see, okay, I think we now go back out to the courtyard, right? Is this like a shortcut? It is not. Janet Jackson, yeah. Won't someone please think of the children? Well, I mean, that is the war cry, isn't it? Alright, so out here, and then we get Hell World time, I think, right? On the, You know what, let's save again before we do this. It takes so long to do anything in this game, it's best to like save as often as possible. Through the clock tower, it's open? Yeah, it's a very tiny door though. Any more medical supplies in there? What's with the logo change? There's no big thing behind it. I just, I decided on that, using the original image. Because the other one was kind of confusing some people. And I've been using it for so long, I just wanted, you know what, time to use my different one. But I'm gonna have something new made. I don't want to, like, stick with the weird red, background. Where's the monster the music is playing for? Don't look up. Oh, was it above me up there? Wait, is that something I missed before? Never noticed? Make a whole bowl in a second. Oh shit, well too late. Was there something above me or whatever? I never noticed that before. Okay. You can hear the sirens in the background though. Oh, I need to like rest my head against my pillow because my neck is getting stiff. And now we're in a different world.
Where am I? Have I been here before? I don't remember this being here before.
A Synth Rock Festival. Now the music, the monster music is even creepier. Okay, I can't look up in this game, so I guess there's a school where it's gone now. Oh, you're referencing the whole thing. There was a hole here. Now it's gone. In hindsight, great floors are going to make it very easy on the janitor. The dust just falls right through. Let me reload this gun. Actually, it's, how many bullets do we got left? 69, nice. However, I do need to heal. Alright, now we gotta go through the school again. This is something I always felt was a little cheap about how Silent Hill works. It's like, you go through each, one of these, dungeons twice in, multiple worlds. Just to make it a touch longer. Alright, okay, I guess we'll check storage first. There's a rubber ball. Take it. I have no idea what that's used for. Repeated dungeon. Well, they do at least change the look of it. And it's like, oh, you like rust and metal grating everywhere? I like just, there's just enough crust so you can't really, you have to squint to look what you're looking at, but you can just kind of realize it. Harry seems awfully calm about this. You know what? He's a video game protagonist. He only has so much character depth. He's got a daughter to find, goddammit, and in hell or high water he's gonna find her. He's a man... Chat, when you're a man on a mission, you don't have much character. Don't need it, it just gets in the way. Chunky PS1 pixels, they actually work to its effect to make things more creepier. I forget about these things. What the hell are those? Cockroaches? Oh, yeah, these are like the cockroaches that were above her like room or something, were they? And they got... I've never noticed it before, but I can just see it. They have penises. They really do. You sort of see its pixelated nub. I hate the word pixelated nub, by the way. Cockroach. Yeah, I wonder if that was the entire inspiration behind their creation. Alright, where to next? New emote, pixelated nub. I'll leave that to some other enterprising. Okay, actually, I probably need to go through the hall to get through this door, right? I guess it's gonna be locked. Chat always want an emote of every single thing, is the problem. It's like, oh, that made me laugh. Make an emote of it, Dartigan. Remind us of the good times. Okay, in here. You realize, chat, I only got so much emote space. There's a picture card, take it. Yes. Cards are scattered. Chuckled at this one funny thing you said, turn it into an emote. No, and that is how it works generally. But hey, if you want more emotes, chat, you need to convince your friends to subscribe because that's how the emote game works. Gamified, you know, you never thought about it, but it is. Then I can make all your emote dreams come true. Alright, that was all that was in here, wasn't it? Alright. So now we can leave, now we got the card, and go check the other side of the hallway. Actually, no, I can get to the classroom. Almost missed that. Cockroaches are called creepers. I prefer to call them like cockroaches and just, you know, capitalize the word cock. Let go of my knees. Nope. Get down. Supposed to represent Alyssa's fear. Yeah, I know. There's a little other fear they could represent. Let's see. This way. I don't want to go down the stairs yet, so I'll check the rest of the rooms. Hey, Slice, you have a good night, man. Here we have... okay, the stairs are actually blocked off, so I can only do this. The rest of the hallway is only nothing, but we'll check it just to be sure. Oh, no, medicine. I'm on a school shooting rampage. To be fair, they're all attacking me first. And plus this school is full of bullets. Kick. Thank you. This is not the game with the abstract daddy in it. That is a unique enemy, isn't it? But thankfully, you have to be actually, you have to like do a lot of thinking about that enemy to actually get the deeper meaning behind it. So it's actually a mercy for those who are not intelligent enough to realize what it's a metaphor for. Let's see. Go to the infirmary? Yeah, why not? Does anyone remember a time in Silent Hill before Pyramid Head? You mean this game? This is before Pyramid Head. You know what? I wonder if what has anyone ever done like a no flashlight run of Silent Hill 1? Could that be a new challenge? And only this game? Well, he's not really supposed to be in any other game, but Silent Hill 2. It's the only one that makes sense in. But they brought him back for what? Homecoming, right? It's actually a legit strategy because they don't aggro you from as far? Oh, really? You just won't be able to see where you're going half the time. Alright, okay, infirmary, good, save the game. Moving on. Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name and they're always glad you came. Is that the Cheers? Yeah, that's a Cheer. I've never watched Cheers, but I do know the theme song. Okay, where are we off to now? And we got the other door to the courtyard, and we got... I guess we can check the lobby, though I don't think there's anything in there. Okay, it's unlocked. How's the silence of the hilltop? See, this man's full of jokes. No, you get away. You get away. Don't want to take... No! Ah! Bad huggies. A wheelchair at an elementary school at this time of year? I like that he thinks, a wheelchair? What's this doing here? And yet there's a body hung up in a cage right next to him. Like, the wheelchair is the weird thing. An ample, take it, yes. Wow, I lucked out finding that. I was just clicking on shit. I don't know how many bullets and health drinks you can carry at once. Any extras, once you're at the limit, won't add. But yeah, that's why it's best to just kill everything. You get plenty of bullets. Silent Hill 1 and 2 are actually a little bit on the easy side when it comes to like the combat, because you usually get plenty of ammo. Hanging dead bodies and dolls are standard for hell. Yeah, I haven't been to school in a while, so maybe things have changed. Maybe he just went to a school that really dug the Halloween dance party or theme. Also, you can definitely see a wheelchair at school. They have like disabled students. What do you think the ramps are for, doofus? Alright, let's go to the reception. Amazing to think about how much graphical difference occurred between this and the second in such a short time. Yeah, graphics technology moves really quickly. I mean, just the most recent stuff, the Unreal Engine 5, is pretty mind-blowing too. Hell School. Hell School. That sounds like the name of like a Goosebumps novel. Welcome to Hell School. These like spray paint... I can't really tell what those are, but those like cans of spray paint next to my foot. What? Is this a door? If it is, there's a no keyhole, or even a knob. If I push it, it moves a bit, but I certainly won't open. What's this? In the center of the door is a horizontal slot. What is it for? Talk to one of these fine fellows. Nope. Back in the day, you never could imagine how graphics could ever get better than this. I don't know, even at this time, there was already CG movies that looked way better, so I kind of knew, like, one day maybe it will look that good, but I thought it would be much later on. So I was surprised that they actually managed to catch up with, like, early CG movies so quickly. So now we're, like, I do feel like by 2030, by around that time, I get the feeling graphics will be so good that you won't be able to start improve them much more. We're pretty much getting very close, I feel, to, like, almost, like, undetectable from reality. It's already, in fact, some stuff from Unreal Engine 5 is already very close to that. Though whether you can make a playable game in that state is unknown. But I do feel we'll eventually reach that point of, like, limited returns. Like, we're like, okay, we can make stuff look really realistic now, so there's only so much further you can go. So I do feel like we're coming to an end of, like, graphic technology advancements, and it'll just be other stuff. Locked. So where am I headed? Alright. I guess I go back to the courtyard and go to the door upstairs. Okay, go to the other door. Glory hole jokes? There is no such thing as a glory hole joke. Glory holes are serious business. At least you should treat them as such. Never take a glory hole for granted, chat. I wonder how fun it was to make the music for this game, because this is just someone smashing on a piano right now. And I wonder how he actually, you know, when you think about it, I wonder how the director of this game reacted when he, like, Akira, the music guy, I forget his name, turned in, like, hey, this is what I think Silent Hill is going to sound like, and it's just him bashing randomly on a piano. It's like, yeah, that's it. That's what we need for our game. Do you think he had to, like, work to explain that one? Akira, I knew it was Akira Yamamoto. Wow, Silent Hill 1 on Twitch also like the new background for the logo. Well, it's like I said, this is like actually the old background for it. I just never used it before. Vote for a glory hole emote. I don't think Twitch you could get away with that. Anyway, that would tell you what it is anyways. Let's see. Okay, I should be able to take some damage. And I need to go, what? Okay, I need to go left. Actually, let me check this room up in front of me. One of the inspirations of this game was Crime and Punishment. I know that one. At least they got good AC here. A huge fan is rotating. If approaching carelessly, I may be sucked in. I don't think it's moving anywhere near that fast. Or is that something I have to do later? I didn't know you just marked an X on it. Like, nope, don't go that way. You need to go to the girls' bathroom. I know, I'm gonna check everything. I'm very methodical when it comes to, like, checking doors in a video game. Locked. Alright, let's see. The entire hallway is sealed off, and I couldn't get to the stairs either, since those were sealed off by that gate. Wait, did I need to put that card? Yeah, but I need to put that card inside that door, didn't I? That was back in the reception, wasn't it? Moka had to explain that the noise was intended for the music, and the team only withdrew their initial objection after he elaborated on his reasons. Really? So I was on the money on that? He had to really work for that one? I mean, for some reason, I was always in my head, there's like, everyone's like, yeah, this is what we wanted before they even heard it. Like, we want something that just sounds metallic and industrial. So, which one am I doing? Perception. Wrong button. Okay. Right, a rectangular card with a picture of a key found on the desk in a classroom. I would need 2 more. Hey there, what's up, Shotziba? Fluorescent pink rubber ball used by children. I don't remember what you use this for. Alright, so that did... E-card, how funny. Too much. Okay, now the thing is, I don't know where to go now. What am I missing? Hmm. The door unlocked? I don't know. Did it? No, I think I need more than one key there, don't I? Oh no, for some reason I think I needed more. There we go. We're through. Now we're on the other side. Oh shit. I've always heard that girls' restrooms are bad, but I know they got this bad. Hey, Duke, thank you for the 9-month sub, man. Anything down here? No. There is nothing down here. Am I missing something? Hey, GMC, you have a good night, man. Hope you enjoyed the stream tonight. Honestly, I feel like the best horror comes from Japan. Generally it does, but... there's been some good, Western horror games as well. Japan has, like, made some of the first best ones and figured out how to do it before anyone else did. Definitely. Let's see. I really need something in here. Check the girls' room again. Amnesia was okay? Yeah, that one, well, Amnesia was more than okay. It did set the trend for how horror games would, play out for, like, the next pretty much a decade. Which means, like, run from your enemies and and do nothing else and hide in closets. Thankfully, we seem like we're finally moving away from that. I'm a little confused. There's nothing in either of these bathrooms. That's the door I came from, and use the key to get through. Wait a minute, wasn't there like a big gate here a second ago? Oh, they're fucking with my head. What did I do to make that disappear? Notice a trim. I guess I did like go in one of those rooms first before it like, disappear. That's Dart, the bathroom teleports you. It does. Where am I now? Okay, it's saying I've never been in the boys' bathroom now, didn't I? Wait. Okay, now I'm even more confused. So I... Oh. Shit. Nope. Sit down. That's the elevator thing? I mean, I'm on the same floor though, aren't I? Yeah, we're still on the first floor, so... Oh, okay, I see. Never mind. Didn't even realize... Okay, yeah, so the gate thing was on the... Okay. I get you now. Somewhat. So I haven't actually been in the boys' bathroom on this floor yet. Let me go ahead and check what's in there. Kick makes Harry look a little petty. Yeah, a little bit. But animations back then were all hand done, so sometimes they weren't that great. know, that cutscene needed to last just a little bit longer instead of ending so suddenly. It would have been way creepier. Hanging body, why would somebody... Doesn't matter. Shotgun. There's our shotgun. Any bullets? Leonard Rhine, the monster lurks. So this was Leonard... Who... Is this someone I should recognize? I'm guessing... I don't know. If they ever, like, bring up this bit of lore. Has anyone got some Silent Hill lore for Leonard Rhine? Hey, they turned a random bit of knowledge in Silent Hill 2 and the plot of Silent Hill 4. This Leonard Rhine guy could show up again later. Monster lurks. What's that supposed to mean? Hanging body. Why would somebody do this? We got the gun. That's all that matters. But I got no bullets for it, so we're gonna hold off on using it. I think he raped a girl in the movie. Well, okay. I guess that was a movie reference. A character named Leonard Rhine is never mentioned in any other Silent Hill installment, leaving his identity entirely unknown. The novelization of the game says Leonard Rhine is an author who focuses on the occult. Interesting. Pretty sure that was meant to be his body, though. Supposed to be a reference to Dean Koontz novel Phantoms. I read that, actually. That's actually the only Dean Koontz novel I've ever read. Mainly because mostly Dean Koontz shit sucks. Bad. But hey, Phantoms was pretty good. I only read it because I remember seeing the movie. Honestly, it wouldn't be a bad idea for someone to, like, license Phantoms to make a game. What do we got here? This is modeled after the kindergarten cop school? Yes, it is. Famously so. Let me go to... Yep, got it. Doors knocked off. Can't use the phone. Okay, everyone knows what's about to happen, right? Everyone's got an idea. Let us try to leave, and surely nothing will happen. Just said I could. Pictured here, Harry's phone answering stance, wide legs apart. Candace, you weren't supposed to call me ever again.
Where are you?
Cheryl.
Oh, wait. Cheryl's voice. I know it. Where is she? Cheryl. This game taught you about gyromancy? Is that a real thing? Well, a real bullshit thing, but a real bullshit thing that people took seriously. Is it gyro or gyro? I always said gyro. Which makes it sound like a Greek sandwich. Oh, gyromancy. I'll show you to make the most delicious gyro. I can't do a Greek accent to save my life. Art of making gyros. I mean, I've gotten, like, kits before. They're pretty good. Is Candace part of Dartigan's lore? No, I was talking about how they said daddy. I was like, oh, wrong phone call. My sugar baby calling. No, I have no Candace lore. That's a new one. So now we go upstairs. Though I did know a girl named Candace once. But I'm pretty sure everyone has known a girl named Candace. What's my health at? I forgot to check. Take any... okay, we can take a damage. Yes, A damage. Alright, so which door is going first? I'm gonna guess the hallway door is locked. Gyro is pronounced so the G is a lie? That's some bullshit. So it's Iro. Iro? Hey everyone, and Dart, did you change the Twitch icon? Yes. But it's just the background, and I'll change it even more later. This game had me with an AR-15. Would it be, like, insensitive? What's going on in this school? Give me the bullets. I saw them there. Alright. Sorry I have to check my map every time. It's very easy to get turned around in this game because it's confusing as fuck. Maybe just check the hallway first. Might be something, like, out there. Yep, there is. Well, on Origins, you get an AK-47. That's the one you play as the trunker guy, right? One of those ones I never played. I heard it was, like, not terrible, though. But it's not really something that, like, you'll blow your mind. This is the one I gotta go through, right? Yes. Yeah, bang that piano harder. Origin's the best of the American ones, or that's what I always heard as well. But it was like a handheld game, right? Then again, it's only up against Downpour and some other bullshit. I like that they're selling the shotgun rounds in a pink box, by the way. You know, just give me the pink ammo. That's a brave choice, by the way. Sell it in a pink box. Travis Grady is Trucker, and Silent Hill Origins is pretty good. It was on PS. Oh, did they release it on PS2? Did they improve it any? Magenta, no, that's purple. You're buying the purple again, Yamo, are you, Jed? Well, you know what? I'm not gonna judge. You shoot what you like to shoot, son. Wow, point range in the head, huh? I don't need to kick you, I need to kick the roach. Don't know, have the PSP version. I just realized something. Do I never need to reload this gun? It feels like it just never... it just always has bullets in it. You can automatically reload, but... I don't know, I haven't like, noticed any reload animations going off. I got over 100 bullets. Well, I need to start being more liberal with my ammo usage. Alright, so... Alright, now we can unlock this hallway door. Anything up this hallway, though? Might be more like something sitting anywhere. Nope, no more fruit drinks. Shoot the rainbow? No, rainbows are fun. Why would you commit violence against something so beautiful? Magical, even. Oh, fuck you. You better not kill me. Our boy's breathing hard, though. Have you ever traveled outside the US? No. I would like to, though, but I've never done so. Leave pain to recover stamina to high effects last for a while. Yeah. Use this. I got 2 of those left, and I got 7 of those. Okay, we're doing pretty good, boys. But yeah, I would like to travel outside the US. There's especially some vacation spots I'd like to do eventually someday. Like, I've always wanted to go to the Maldives for a vacation, just because those look like the best beaches in the world. Is it Maldives or Maldives? I've never figured that one out. Or is it Maldives or Maldives? Dive, Dive. Which one is it? And no one dare do a Dive nuts jokes. I forbid it. Deeves? Deeves. So what about the Mal part? Is it Mal or Mal? So while they put an I in it, they want you to use D's. Let's see. Locker room. We got jump scare number 2. Not Mall of America. Well, maybe because I'm, you know, different countries are allowed to say things differently, you know. Just have different pronunciation based on how your language goes. Alright. Another pretty kitty. That door squeak from the sound pack number 5. Nothing inside. Just opened my copy of Silent Hill Origins and found a list of puzzle answers I wrote down. Well, but that was nostalgic, wasn't it? This was the other scene that scared the fuck out of you. Well, you'd think you would be expecting it, though, after the first one. Nothing inside. Squeak 04 now, wow. Yeah, Silent Hill does use a lot of stock sound effects, especially Silent Hill 4. That's the worst one for it. You're dead already. Nothing useful in the locker. Library reserve key. Any other places you'd like to go? Well, plenty, but I wanted to mention that one first, but, let's see, I would like to go to Japan, but not the nerdy parts of Japan, where you, like, buy all the waifu shit, like Akibira, like, actually the traditional, like, you know, cultural parts of it. They got, like, a deer park and shit, and, you know, amongst many other cool, you know, places, but, that's one. As for Europe, Amsterdam always looked nice. Let's see, maybe some places in Italy as well. Okay, now we go, okay, through the door, over the classrooms, and up to the library stuff. Way more effective jump scare than anything in Outlast. Well, it's mainly because Silent Hill doesn't really use jump scares that much, actually. It's like one of the few that is... Actually, this might be the only one the game uses, beside the cat. Seen those deers can be real... I mean, I've seen those deers that can be real assholes. Well, all animals can be real assholes. Depends on the time of the day. I'd like to go to Japan to visit the shrine honoring the hidden Christians. I've heard about the hidden Christians of Japan. I didn't know there was a shrine for them, though. Let's see, where am I going? That's locked. Okay, we go to the other hallway now. Alright. Understandable. Nowadays, there would be some kind of stupid reverberated brrring sound with a jump scare. Oh yeah, it is nice when you get like a jump scare, just the actual thing, and not just like a big old sound effect. Bam. Too bad I don't have... You know, there are some jump scare sound effects that you can add to the list. Like, there's one that's like a door knock that can really fuck people's head. And there's also like, just like, well, some of them are actually already there. There's really loud. Ah, fuck. Fake orgasm when Harry met Sally. What? Oh, you mean, I've never seen that movie, but you're referencing that diner scene, right? The lady's like, I'll have what she's having. I just remember them advertising that movie on, like, HBO and Cinemax when I was a kid. I was like, oh, what's she doing? I don't know. She's, like, moaning for reasons. Why did I get... I guess they respawn some enemies in here. What's my health at? Good. I just like the idea that she thought, you know, that definitely she's having, you know, that gasm from something she ate. Yes, I'll have the omelet as well. Actually, would you want to eat some food that just makes you spontaneously do that? That sounds worrisome, actually. Like, what'd you put in this shit? I don't know if I'd want to do that. You know what? I won't have what she's having. That doesn't seem FDA regulated. So, yeah, it's something that makes your body have an unusual response. It's usually not something you want to be putting in it. You have a tomb for Jesus? Yeah, I'm aware of that, but it's not really. It's like some weird, like, cult religion that's formed over there. Like they said, you know, Jesus came to Japan after what happened in Rome or something. It's not exactly something you should take serious. It's probably not even worth seeing. I think it's pretty tiny. Like other such... I can make a joke about that, but I won't. Lock is jammed, the door can't be opened. Gotta be ecstasy, LSD, or a coke amount full from the movie. What, you mean for like orgasm omelet? I don't know. I think it just, nothing really does that for you. Let's see. Library Reserve. The fine faculty. This is right after I mentioned like the door knock sound effect you can add to Twitch sound alerts, and I just heard it have it in the game. So it actually fucked with me there as well. What's this? The monster lurks in the book's title. Chapter 3, Manifestation of Delusions. Poltergeists are among these negative emotions like fear. Worry or stress manifests into external energy with physical effects. Nightmares have, in some cases, been shown to trigger them. However, such phenomena do not appear to happen to just anyone. Although it's not clear why adolescents, especially girls, are prone to such occurrences. Obi-Wan drops in 45 minutes. Oh. Do you get just one episode a week, or are you going to see all of it at once? As for what TV I'm currently watching, I'm working my way through that Love and Robots show on Netflix, where it's like really short, like different stories about shit. It's like, it's alright. Though some of them aren't so great. There's like hit or miss, it seems like it. Alright, so I guess we go to the library proper. First 2 episodes today, everyone else 1 a week at a time. I guess some people just don't want to do the like Netflix thing where you get all of it once, do they? Like, no, we want you to have time to talk about our episodes. Which, to be fair, I can see the logic in that as well. There's a reboot of the 80s movie Heavy Metal. I mean, that's what I was actually just thinking of it as, sort of like, but obviously not as like hardcore. But it had the same idea of like, a bunch of short stories. Though the first one I watched was really stupid, since it was like, a bunch of robots exploring like the dead world, and they're like, yeah, this one's like Elon Musk's spaceships, and obviously they were bad and fucked up and died, and this is where like the country people formed their survival camps. They also were stupid and died. Here's where the rich people like lived on a ocean platform, also stupid and died. I was like, okay, I get it. Anything else you want to tell with this story? Wish Netflix did that with Stone Ocean instead of just releasing them once a year. Stone Ocean? You mean the JoJo anime? Well, they released a full season, didn't they? Hearing this, the hunter armed with bow and arrows said, "I will kill the lizard." But upon meeting his opponent, he held back, taunting, "Who is afraid of a reptile?" At this, the furious lizard hissed, "I'll swallow you up in a single bite." I'm pretty sure that's a hippopotamus on the page I'm looking at, though, if you look at it. Then the huge creature attacked, jaws wide open. This was what the man wanted. Calmly drawing his bow, he shot into the lizard's gaping mouth. Effortlessly, the arrow flew, piercing the defenseless maw, and the lizard fell down dead. There's your hint on how to beat the boss this level. It's an old fairy tale. I remember reading it as a kid. Komodo dragon? Oh, looked like a hippopotamus in its blurry low-res form. For a movie called Heavy Metal, it got pretty goofy 80s soundtrack. Well, it was more like, I mean, it's based off the magazine, wasn't it? I remember just seeing it once. I think there's like several of them, aren't there? I just remember seeing once late night on like a movie channel. Like, oh, this is cool. They only released a few episodes of a season of... Oh, well, you mean like at a time? Oh, not the entire thing at once? Okay. Maybe that... Well, that might be because of maybe in Japan they don't like all of it released at once. I'm not sure how that would work. Where am I headed? Let's see. Okay, door. Which door have I been in here? Okay, we go to the... We're gonna unlock this door first. Let me go into the classroom. Or not. So, Dart, if you could make a horror game premise, what would it be about? Sleep paralysis. That's just me shooting the shit. I mean, I'll probably think more about it, but hey. No one's done sleep paralysis yet, right? Not sure how you would make a game around sleep paralysis, though. But that's, you know, that can be scary for a lot of people in real life. Okay, so we don't go down that way. I guess I need to go to the roof. Visual novel dating sim where you date your sleep paralysis demons and you make them into cute waifus. I guess I go back to the roof because I can't seem to go down any further. So then it was sacrifice. That wasn't a horror game. That wasn't about sleep paralysis. That was about paranoid schizophrenia. Scary, especially feeling someone down next to you. I've only experienced once in my life, and it was very brief, because I immediately can't realize what it was, and it ended as soon as I knew what it was. Weirdly enough, I kind of wish my sleep paralysis had continued, just so I could, you know, have a better experience with it. It's kind of fucked up when you think about it. I mean, I wish this horrible thing would have, like, kept going longer. But no, I remember just waking up and then trying to get up, but I couldn't. It felt like, you know, I literally did feel like the weight on my chest that people talk about, and so for my first thought was like, did Dex sneak into my room and sit on me? Then I realized, wait, my door's shut. She couldn't have. So then immediately my brain went away. Is this sleep paralysis? Like, even in my half-awake state, my brain was like, you know what? This sounds familiar. I've read about this. And then it stopped. It's like, shit. I wanted to keep going with that experience that more. I wanted to snuggle with my sleep paralysis demon, yeah. Maybe I'd get to know it a little bit better. Find out what it's into, its interests. This. There's a drainage valve, nothing unusual. Yeah, but I can clearly click on it. There's a hanging key, it's just out of reach. You know what, this isn't climbing paint, chat, or ledge paint. This is literally like item blood. Like, look here. For me, it was, am I awake or dreaming? Wait, I'm not breathing. Breathing thing is scary. Definitely shouldn't be not breathing during it. Drains into the wrong hole. Maybe I could plug it up with something. This area is a relaxing atmosphere. Really? The world, ripped hell world we find ourselves in is relaxing. Use the rubber ball. Honk. Music is getting annoying. You can barely hear it right now, though. The rainy rooftop area? Yeah, I guess so, if you like rain sounds. I think that lands in the courtyard, right? Hey, Dark Raptor, thank you for the 13 months. Nice to catch a stream. Nice to have you back, man. How have you been? So, yeah, let me check on the map. So this... Okay, yeah, definitely drains into the courtyard because I'm up here, so... It's up in that corner somewhere. And now I gotta go all the way back downstairs and go into the courtyard, get the key, and I guess it will open up the classroom, maybe? With the sound of flowing rush of water. I mean, I've never really been a sound guy, like, you know, like pleasing sounds to me. Or ASMR or whatever. Just doesn't really work in my brain that way. Your sleep paralysis involved trying to tell someone I was awake when they asked if I was sleeping but couldn't, and then there was one time I'm 80% sure my eyes were closed and I was seeing through my eyelids. Just weird. I had my neighbor for a while mentioned that he couldn't be woken up from his sleep paralysis, or like couldn't respond or talk for someone. Okay, which way is down? Yep, down is down the stairs, dumbass. I have to insult myself when I ask something that stupid. I think we might be able to get through the school tonight, though. That's good progress, right? Oh, this way, yeah. You're sleepy, Doctor. You have a good night, man. So go through there, then we can go to the courtyard. Where's my key? Classroom key. Good. Alright, let me go save my game. There's one upstairs and there's one down here, right? So I'm trying to find the other one. I'll just use the one downstairs, though. Just had your gallbladder removed last week because too many stones? Damn, man. Hope you're feeling better soon. It's gonna suck. But it's gonna be better than passing a kidney stone, I guess. Or a gallbladder stone in that case, I mean. Different things, right? Let's see. New save. Every time I woke up not breathing, I screamed to get my lungs working. So you really weren't breathing, or is maybe you didn't think you were? Because I'm pretty sure sleep paralysis doesn't do that, or it could kill you. And I've never heard of someone actually dying from sleep paralysis before. Now we go back upstairs. Yeah, this way. No, the other way. This way. Maybe asthma? Possibly, but it's more likely you just didn't think you were breathing due to the weird state you're in. Move it forward. And then what? Which way is it? Okay, I made the wrong direction. This is why I'm constantly checking my map, by the way, because it's easy to get lost. I'm trying to be quick now. Look at you respawning like that. Pick it. No? Sleep paralysis just kind of felt annoying. I could get out of it pretty easily. Just like trying to raise your head with a weight attached to it. Either my dream-laced mind thought I wasn't breathing or wasn't actually breathing, but I was gasping. Yeah, I'm gonna guess it's mainly the first one. You just thought you weren't. So I've never heard of that being a symptom of it. I get sleep paralysis. I wake up unable to move and have auditory hallucinations. A menacing voice groaning over me. I always feel like someone's about to strangle me too. I always wonder how much of like, stories about ghosts haunting a place come from people just having sleep paralysis. I reckon a lot. Alright, we're back here. So which door do we use it on? Classroom. Shit, how fast these little fuckers are. Stop it, bullshit. I'm playing near dead again. I believe many alien abduction stories came from some. There's probably a lot. Infrasound is probably also responsible for a lot of haunting stories. Infrasound, if it's at the right wavelength, can fuck with your vision, because it can make your eyeballs vibrate somewhat. Just let them bite you, tiny. Hey, Sixka, good to see you in chat again. How long has it been? It'll be fine. Yes, let the sleep paralysis bite you. You know what? Who knows what might happen though if you let the sleep paralysis demon actually bite you. See, now chat, you asked me if I want to make a game about sleep paralysis. Well, I was asked if I want to make a horror game, what I make about it. I said sleep paralysis, we're building the plot right now. You get bitten by it. Elementary school is horrible to maneuver. The worst thing to maneuver I've ever found in is like a big hospital. Alright, so classroom, and then we can go downstairs. I think we're almost done, actually. Last time I said something in chat was over a year ago, damn. Maybe if you like to lurk, that's perfectly fine. I don't blame you. I don't really say much worth talking about anyways. But I hope everything's been going well for you. Which is worse, Sleep Demon or Kevin Spacey? I'm pretty sure Kevin Spacey is an actual sleep paralysis demon that has materialized in our world. That would explain a lot. Your life has been a roller coaster? Yeah, I can understand if you've been something's been keeping you away. Gotta focus on real life sometimes. I didn't know I could dramatically make the map zoom in on me like that. I wonder what one of these tastes like if you cook it. So, okay, got the stairs. The stairs is all that's left, but we can unlock this door. It's still accepting science that dream images are caused by a rapid eye movement caused somehow. I doubt that's... What, is it still accepted science that dream images? I don't know. I never read anything about that. Pretty sure the rapid eye movements are just a part of like a natural REM sleep cycle. Listening while you're working? A lot of people do that. It's relaxing, you know. Because I'm not your stupid boss bitching at you about not being late on something. Where am I? Okay, so, just continue down. I like the sound effect when those things bite you. I like the sound of when they bite into your flesh. Relaxing to me. Sometimes you can say something that's meant to be like amusing, but it ends up sounding really creepy. Okay, so, let's go to storage for the boiler room, shall we? So, if I'm not mistaken, isn't this the boss fight? What's my health at? Yeah, I'm good. Okay, let's just get in there first. Oh yeah, this puzzle. Gotta remember it. Shotgun, yeah, I haven't used it once, so I got a lot of ammo. Turn the valve to the left. God, I hate this already. Okay, basically I need this one. Okay, that's the left one is where it needs to stop, but let me turn it to the right one. I'm not really sure actually. This one will move as well. Okay, wait a minute. Come on, Terry, can't you just squeeze through that stuff? Let me go for the other ones so I know. We might be here for a while. Ah, oh, come on, it's right there. Hmm. Oh boy, I'm gonna rage. These are the puzzles I hate the most. Is there a way to, like, reset it? I guess you leave the room. I think I've horribly fucked it up. Let me reset it. Usually a puzzle like this is solved within like 5 moves or something. For sure I was fine until I went back to the left one. I don't know, it didn't seem like it was working because you gotta like rearrange them properly. Let me like try the other one now. Excitement, isn't it fun, isn't it? Come on, I was so close. Let me set it. Okay, we don't. Hold on. Google it if you want. I think you have to reset it first, though, obviously. Because whatever answer you got now is, like, you know, funked up. Let me see if this does it, though. Yeah, sometimes I think a game should respect your attempt to, like, do it so many times. Like, you know what? You've done it. Go home. Also, first time viewer from Mr. Doggylog. Hey, how you doing? Right, let me like reset it, and you just give me the answer. It goes, screw the puzzle like this. It's unfun, and doesn't even make you feel smart when you solve it. Okay, what's the answer to it? Which one do I begin with? Turn the valve on the left, right once, and the valve on the right, left twice. I wasn't too far off, actually. Participation reward? Yeah, I love a good, you know, good gold star on my report card. I turn the one the right, left twice? Hopefully I don't die on the boss, because it's been a while since I saved the game. So I'm pretty sure right through... Let's go ahead and equip the shotgun, I think. Though, to be honest, maybe I think isn't the shotgun like the wrist to use on it, because you get it... because the shotgun needs to be closer. Whatever. And it can kill you in like one hit. Want another ampule? Is there one in this room? Whoops, too late. I think the game checkpoints at bosses so long as you don't run off. Okay, okay, that's nice. Oh well, yeah, oh well. Not a big deal. Was it in that room with me? Man, Burning Man has gotten weird. Alright, open your big ass mouth. Keep my wife's name out your goddamn... Oh shit, I'm supposed to open up. Maybe he's gotta get mad first. Come on, open up. It's supposed to open... Okay, I guess maybe you don't wait for it to open its mouth, you just shoot it a lot. So, okay, was it Sunwatronic? Hey, thank you for the 7 months, man. You know, you'd think there'd be some cool spooky music playing for this. Oh, there he goes. There's the music. Oof, that would have been instant death. Oh shit! Did it kill me? Or did I kill it? Can't really tell. Okay, I think it died. Reloads a double barrel shotgun for 6 shots. Makes perfect sense in the world of Silent Hill. Is that really a one-shot kill if you wait for its mouth open like that? Oh. Girl, just vent. Girl, let me get them digits. Oh, wait.
Huh? What was that? Who in the hell was that?
Where am I? This is a boiler room. What is going on here? Yeah, we don't really need the shotgun anymore. I'm gonna waste my ammo for that, because I only got so much. It's just a dream. What is with that? Have any of you else noticed that string of like YouTube videos that are memes like life could be a dream and it's just some weird footage of like a monkey swimming or something? There is a K. Gordon key. Take it. Okay, where do you use that at? Don't know the meme. YouTube has been recommending it to me recently. Hey, Gordon. Where did you... Is it... This way is... I hear a church bell, maybe. Who is ringing the bell? Balkan Church. Was the Gordon key used somewhere here, or is that somewhere else? I'm thinking that's somewhere else, right? How's the stream going? Actually, incredibly well. Yeah, I think the key is used somewhere else, because there's nothing else left here. Really hard sometimes to tell what the heck is going on. What in the Silent Hill? It's not that bad. Especially not Silent Hill 1. Silent Hill 1 is actually pretty straightforward. Like weird cult shenanigans. The only other thing that said Gordon was this reception desk over here, so I don't know if I used the key there or not. List of teachers, K. Gordon, that's it. I'll note the address down on the map. Okay, there we go. Hey, what weird cult shit? We're weird. Yeah, but you guys aren't like, cult. I mean, a horrible cult? You guys aren't kidnapping girls yet, right? Okay, wait, that's not the way out. Okay. Real question is, do you want another Silent Hill game? That's debatable because it's unlikely to be very good, to be perfectly honest. I think we're better off just leaving the franchise where it is at this point. I wouldn't have high hopes for it, based on what Konami is these days and who they'd probably hand it off to. Maybe if they sold it to someone competent who would actually put some love into it. Maybe. They'll sell it to like Sony and and then let Kojima to like work on the one he was working on before he got canned. Let's let that future timeline happen. Right, so where was the K Gordon at? Oh, K Gordon's right next to me, so we go over there. I go you past it. No. You got good writers and could get a good game. Well, you don't always necessarily get a good game if you had good writers. You just get a good plot with a bad game. That's something that can totally happen. Blooper team. That's who people are saying might be working on the new Silent Hill game, which on some level makes sense because they have been basically trying to make Silent Hill games for their entire existence, just not doing a very great job of it. So it wouldn't surprise me if they finally convinced Konami, give us the keys to the franchise. But it just feels like a lot of people who want to make a Silent Hill game don't really understand it very well, is what it's always been. Doggo. Wow, that was elegant. Cutting me up, are you? Blooper. Yeah, Blooper is a good name for what their studio usually creates. Garage door smeared with blood. Hey, Gordon. Can I use it here? What? Oh, I'm pretty sure I can't. Unless they mean the gate. I guess they mean the gate. You know what? For a janitor, he's got a nice place. Like a lot of games that cult shenanigans, typically a lot of horror stories rely on cults because, easy to, like, write that in. Why something creepy? Cults. Someone who really wants to make a horror game someday, I fully get what Dart means, but some devs didn't understand Silent Hill. I mean, it is, to be fair, it is very difficult to wrap your head around what a Silent Hill game should be, because there's no concrete, really, example. Because it's actually, it's been a game that's really changes its identity quite a bit. Really, like, the only concrete examples of what a Silent Hill game is like a very ordinary main character who's, like, not a super soldier or something. Just a regular person who gets thrust into a horror scenario and also usually has some kind of, like, fucked up trauma. So that's usually all it's usually only get that part of the paper-thin element of a Silent Hill game and then go with that. But usually there's a lot more subtlety to it than that, I feel. That a lot of them miss out on. Or they try to do subtlety, but they just, too heavy-handed with it. And then they often focus on making the gameplay better. Like, making it, like, if you notice, like, the Western devs who got a hold of Silent Hill later on, they really focus on trying to improve the gameplay somewhat with, like, the combat. And while you can make the argument that's not a bad place to start, really, Silent Hill has never really been about, like, awesome combat. It's just, you're supposed to be, like, an ordinary person who's, like, struggling just to stay alive. So being able to do, like, dodge rolls and shit doesn't really, like, I guess in the heads of, like, most people like Silent Hill games, like, matter that much. More about, like, you know what? So, I feel like most people have a hard time making a Silent Hill game. And they'll just go with what they already currently know. Like most horror games put scares over stories. You hit the nail on the head subtly. Subtle. To be fair, once again, though, it's really only Silent Hill 2 that really had a good grasp on subtlety. There's not really much subtle about this game in its story, nor in Silent Hill 3. It's pretty, like, in your face. It's really only subtle. That's why everyone, when they say Silent Hill, they're usually talking about Silent Hill 2. And that's the one that gets copied the most when Western devs get their hands on it. Well, we got a really good image of that bottle there, didn't we? What was on it? Coke? Was that a Coke? Wasn't bad combat be good for horror? It's debatable. Like, if you're too capable in a horror game, you won't be scared of stuff. That's why often horror games that have a lot of combat rely on jump scare moments, or like enemies that are really hard for you to kill, like Resident Evil does. Like, Resident Evil does horror usually at its best when it's like there's like this relentless enemy that you can't really put down with weapons. You can only like stun them for a bit of time. But everything else usually doesn't scare you unless it's a jump scare. Imagine a Silent Hill game where you play as a normal guy watching a Silent Hill protagonist. How would you make that work? I'm curious on that one. Alright, so we're through the side, so now we can go to the church. I think we had just enough time to reach the church and, you know, see what happens next. I know a locked door, not like I can just shoot the door. Well, there's only a handful of games that let you shoot the door or blow the door down as an option. One's Deus Ex, the other one is like SWAT. Pretty sure SWAT let you do that, right? Also, does anyone know... I don't think I can meet Kaufman in this game yet, right? That's later on, after the hospital. Yeah, I don't think it is. Yeah, that's all when you get to the next side of the town, I think. You want a game that comes near Silent Hill in aesthetic and horror would be Darkwood and Cryostasis. I feel like there's actually been a lot of, like, if you notice, there's been a big trend for PS1 style looking games, and a lot of them have been horror related. There actually has been, like, quite a few indie games that have been, you know, pretty decent at that. So, but that's not really Silent Hill. Like, Silent Hill, like, only had one title that had the muddy graphics, so. But a lot of them have gone back to doing that, you know, since they obviously have a budget. Like, let's make it look like shit. People like say it's retro. Pick up the drink. Hey buddy, do you know a way out of this town? And he just disappeared into thin air. What, you mean the mailman guy in the downpour? Well, he did more than that. He just, you know, he was like, you know, that character was bizarre and stupid. Just bad all around. Okay, where am I going now? Alright, I guess we go across Bradbury Street. Nope. Looking forward to Compound Fracture, which looks like first-person Dino Crisis with the old PS1 graphics. I think I've heard of that one. But like I said, I noticed I know Japanese indie devs are really into making like PS1 style horror games. Usually about you working a job, like a night shift, I notice as well. A lot of them revolve around that. You work a night shift somewhere and then stupid, you know, creepy stuff happens. Maybe it's just the Japanese actually sending us a sign like, God, I hate my job. I don't know. There's gonna be some cultural thing to it. Let's see. Okay, we can go up this. I don't think I need to go up here, but we'll check it out real quick. Dinosaurs. Are dinosaurs really scary when you think about it, though? I mean, Dino Crisis is supposed to be a horror game, but I don't think it's scary. Could be a cultural thing. Yeah, obviously, your job is very important to you in Japan. It's pretty much like, deadly important to you in some cases, but wouldn't be surprised if they made that they make certain horror games around doing like a job. They don't need to be wasting ammo on these things, but Working night shift right now, so now that's the mood. Yeah, I guess it is, I guess the idea of night shift being a bit spooky is, a decent one too. I wish there was like better horror VR games. There's been obviously a lot of attempts to make horror games in VR, but a lot of them have fallen flat and just revolved on like, oh, you were stuck there, because VR is kind of like made perfect for horror games, I feel. Unfortunately, Resident Evil 7 was probably like the best one, but that was only like limited like the PlayStation. Though I think there was a mod recently that someone released to let you play Resident Evil 7 and 8 in VR. And I was thinking of maybe like checking that out at some point. Because a lot of the VR horror games have been a little bit shit, to be honest with you. There's like really cheaply made games like, yeah, here's a jump scare every 5 minutes. There was a PSVR thing. Yeah, the VR, Resident Evil 7's VR was limited to the PlayStation. And I would have figured they would have brought it, they would release that element on PC by now, since it's been a couple of years, but no such luck. I guess it's like permanently locked to it or something. Alright, Vulcan Church. Resident Evil 8 VR. Never leaving the castle. Oh, just because of the mommy in it. Resident Evil Framework. I tried Resident Evil 2 Remake in VR. It looks amazing. Really felt iffy. Yeah, I mean, that being a third-person game, I feel like that'd be kind of weird. I feel like Resident Evil 7 would work well, because that game was made with VR in mind, somewhat. Alright, be heading off. Hey, Sixa, you have a good night, man. Good to have you back in stream, even for one night. You, be good, though. Whatever you're dealing with, hopefully it gets taken care of. Or it's already taken care of. Hey, stop circling me. Yeah, we scared it off. Alright, so that's blocked to me. Vulcan Church. VR would probably make you feel sick. Some games can, depending on how, but some games do it better than others. Half-Life, for instance, Half-Life Alyx, I didn't feel sick at all while playing that. Though to be fair, I did, like, every time, just in case, I dosed myself with Dramamine, just to make sure I wouldn't, as I was streaming it. So maybe it would have if I hadn't done that, but I never felt sick while playing it, because it does a really good job. Plus, it has a lot of options, too. Alright, here we are. We made it to the church. Jesus.
Were you ringing that bell?
I've been expecting you. It was foretold by gyromancy.
I really need to look up what gyromancy
What
is.
are you talking about?
I knew you'd come. You want the girl, right?
The girl? You're talking about Cheryl.
I see everything.
Not gonna answer that, huh?
You know something. Tell me.
Stay back. Nothing is to be gained from floundering about at random. You must follow the path. The path of the hermit concealed by Flauros.
What? What are you talking about?
Here, the Flauros, a cage of peace. It can break through the walls of darkness and counteract the wrath of the underworld. These
It looks like that thing from Hellraiser.
Make haste to the hospital before it's
Did you get that from there?
Wait, don't go yet.
I can't possibly chase after a slow old woman, can I, Harry? I'm just gonna let her go? Alright. Gyromancy is a method of divination in which a person spins around inside or walks the circumference of a circle drawn on the ground, perimeter of which is marked with the letters of an alphabet. Well, our ancestors were really freaking stupid, weren't they? It's like, hey, what are you doing, you Jebediah? I'm walking in circles, but I can tell the future with this. Flauros. Flauros. The lament configure. Yeah, whatever that puzzle box was from, Hellraiser. I'll take that. And what else we got? We got, the drawbridge key, huh? Take that. And I'll take this microphone. What? No? No. Got a save booklet in here anywhere? Please? Gonna head to bed. Hey, Ruin, you have a good night, man. Thanks for stopping by. Candle stand, nothing special. I'm gonna be stopping as soon as I get to, like, a save point. And I don't miss the idea of, like, needing save points for everything, right? I like that we can save pretty much anytime we want in games in these days. Oh, here it is. There's a newspaper, nothing special. Anything else in here? You went out that door. Okay, health pool. Someone in the Amish community woke up at 1944 and said it was a good year, and they've been living like that since. Well, I'm pretty sure they... Yeah, I've never actually wondered why they decided, like, okay, technological advancement stops here for our religion. Like, why they decided that was the peak of, like, holy, life. Alright, church. I think, that's gonna be it for the night, chat, in a stream of our this game. That was a good stream, by the way, everybody. Everyone enjoy it, because, damn, look at those numbers we got. Hope everyone liked that. That was, I'll be playing this probably for another few days. These old games don't take too long to get through. But tomorrow we'll be doing the hospital. Convince they're secretly drug dealers. No one suspects the Amish. Be a good cover. So, chat, you've all been amazing tonight. Thank you very much for joining me. Hopefully, you all had a good time. If you're new here, and some of you are, make sure you hit the follow button up there. And you can also join my Discord if you want to type in the Discord code. Actually, there's already a Discord link in chat, so you can click on that. Or you can scroll down. If you missed that, click on the Discord banner. Works too. As for me, I'm going to head to bed soon, if I can. I'm going to try to make myself sleepy. But, yeah, that's a great stream. Glad I streamed this tonight. I chose it at random, because, like, you know what? That's one I haven't played yet. I'm glad everyone's enjoying it. Weirdly, all my Silent Hill streams have been really good streams. I guess that's not too weirdly now, is it? But, hey, I enjoyed it. That's all that matters. So, we'll play some more of this tomorrow. You guys have a good night. Stay safe until then, and hopefully you'll get time to come say hi to me. Okay, also, this time is wrong. It says I've only been playing this for 3 hours and 24 minutes. Is that right? It's closer to 4, man. Whatever. Hey, you guys have a good night. I'm out. Peace, everybody.